Hey guys, and welcome to tonight's episode of D4, where I, Dustin,
and I, Devin, co-DM a 5th edition's Dungeons & Dragons game.
Hey!
few things to go over before. We're going to kind of speed through tonight's announcements because we have a lot to get into tonight, and we want to make sure we get through as much as we can.
It's also episode 6, so if you want to really know the details of these announcements, go back and watch the other episodes if you haven't done so.
You should. They're great.
Remember to subscribe to us on twitch.tv/RockPunchATL, where once we hit 75 subscribers, we are going to be giving away a set of minis. We're going to be giving away a Beholder, and a Fomorian, and a Troll. So one person will receive all 3 of these minis once we hit 75 subscribers. Also remember, once we hit 300 subscribers, we will be releasing our Session 0 videos, which are amazing.
Yeah, also Amazon Prime members, you can subscribe to Twitch Prime for free. You just have to renew it every month.
Yeah, remember to do that because we're getting about a month in. We think we've been going for a month now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Thanks for staying with us. Also, donate to our charity of choice of Extra Life for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Please do so. At $1,000 donations, Ethan will be running a paranoia game where you, the viewers, can affect things in live stream time.
Logan, I believe you have a few things to say about a certain something.
I have to put this box on the floor first, though.
I have a dice problem.
You do. All right. Hey, it's me, Patrick Logan with D&D Beyond once again. Funny, I was putting her box down on the floor. She was the one who shared an interesting graph from D&D Beyond that we composed, specifically stating what percentage of subrace everybody's playing. So I looked at that chart and I said, who are the underrepresented, underprivileged children on this chart that need representation? So I looked at the bottom and I sighed a heavy sigh. For it was the deep gnome. The deep gnome, for those of you who don't know, is a gnome. You know, he's deep, he's filled internally with all kinds of emotions. They're called I did not know how to pronounce it, Siverneflin. Live beneath the surface. They go through the caverns, the warrens, everything like that. They are like the working class of the gnomish people. You know, while everybody up on the surface are just like playing a flute and living in a mushroom. They are beneath the surface. They get in the grime, they get in the dirty, they get in the grim. So, to encourage this, I have created a troop of gnomes. Troop of deep gnomes. They are called the Deep Dope Goat Nomads. And their purpose is to travel through the Underdark, attempting to align their tribe with other tribes to create a great, deep nomad culture. There's Sven Shadowcole, who is the rogue. He is the deepest, darkest, blackest, and bleakest of all the deep gnomes. He is the edgiest of them. He once lived in a hovel, his parents' hovel, in the deepest part of the parents' hovel, but they kicked him out. So now he has to find the deepest, darkest hole he possibly can. That's Sven Shadowcole. And we have Sandy Sparklefist, who is a gnome monk. Now you might not think, yeah, you laugh because you know how horrible that build is, but at the same time, Sandy Sparklefist, she's the proprietor of the Sparklefist Dojo. And Sandy Sparklefist's job now is to take the Sparklefist Dojo out and start really just bringing that new kind of like monk style to everything. She's the heavy hitter of the deep dope goat nomads. And finally, you have Shale Silvertongue, who, if you don't know anything about deep gnomes, and you learn a lot already, they don't speak common well. They can barely speak it. It's more of a weird guttural thing. But Shale Silvertongue is an exception. He learned how to speak common from a kobold. A kobold named Oct. And Oct taught him so many different languages that he decided to go out and spread the deep gnome culture amongst everyone in all the tunnels and the tribes so that he could take them over. Psych, he was evil all along. Shale Silvertongue is the true villain of the campaign. Boom. But yeah, those characters will be up in my own D&D Beyond account. But I encourage you to just like start exploring the lesser parts, the subraces, the things that usually don't get picked. Saying as a man who picked a human variant, which is the most common. But at the same time, But at the same time, start exploring those subraces a little bit and start experimenting with D&D Beyond.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So my name is Katie Downey, and I would like to talk to you about a little something called beetleandgrims.com. Beetleandgrims.com leads you to Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. It is appropriately named. For those of you, well, you may or may not be aware, I am a LARPer. I know.
Don't change that channel.
Wait, please. One of the things that I absolutely love about LARPing is the fact that there is such a high quality of immersion. And part of that comes from the fact that you have props. And that adds so much to the game. And one of the things that Beetle and Grimm Pandemonium Warehouse has perfected is the art of Dungeons and Dragons prop making. They have absolutely gorgeous items for sale on their website right now, including a series of signets and badges for the different orders within Waterdeep. They also have fabulous attire, and I cannot recommend going and seeing what they have to offer enough. If you are looking for something to jazz up your campaign, might I humbly suggest beetleandgrims.com.
All right, so do your deep gnomes need voices? Well, there is plenty to choose from with Sirenscape, whether you need music for all of your deep, dark adventures or high fun adventures, or if you just need sounds of gnomes screaming. Or sounds of gnomes getting really into a book because they just can't do it that day. You know, they're just having an emotional day to themselves and they just can't take it. All right? Sirenscape is going to be the place for you. It is such a godsend for so many DMs who either are not as great as a million voices, need more voices, want to have music or just ambient sound in general. Sirenscape is going to be the place to go.
Awesome. Ethan?
Yeah, the RockPunch team is working behind the scenes to bring you this show, but they have a treasure trove of other content. Follow this Twitch channel and hang with them on their weekday streams. On Mondays, Bunny and Molly make continuously poor choices and life is strange. On Thursday, you can follow the chronicles of King Sammy and her royal court in Crusader Kings 2. And on Fridays, the entire RockPunch team gets together and gets into all kinds of mischief with multiplayer games.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for that.
And without further ado, let us immerse ourselves to the chronicles of D4.
And welcome back. Last time, on dangerous divinations and divine damage, we started off with the group coming to an agreement with the gnomish woman, Kara. that she could start working in the tavern in the manor when they reopen. The group is awakened and greeted in the morning by V being held aloft against the ceiling, being choked to death by some malicious incorporeal being. This became the biggest catalyst to head straight to the trades ward to seek out Mama Uwe. That is when they realize Vaas is missing. Because the night before, he snuck out to investigate his sneaking suspicion about an elderly couple living above a Xanathar hideout secret entrance. He dove back into his old ways and stalked them through the dock ward to find that he was wrong in his assumptions and they were really just simple workers at an old brewery and just an elderly couple.
So far.
Don't encourage him.
He was nearly caught in a bad situation when the watch saw him snooping around suspiciously, and he tried to weasel his way out of a sticky situation, but found truthful words and cooperation to be the more befitting to his cause. He decided to end the night at the Yawning Portal, where he found out where the deep well actually ended, in the pits of Undermountain. After a night of heavy drinking alone for the first time in many, many years, he decided to make headway for the team by heading to Mama Uwe's in the afternoon, where he met most of the team there.
Mama Uwe is a purple-skinned old tiefling who runs an occult shop and practices old magic. She offered her services of a seance in exchange for a mutual favor. The group also called in a favor later that day from the neighbor Fala to watch the gnomish children squatting in their home while they attempted to either appease or exorcise the spirits from their dwellings. The group, under the divine's guidance, put into place a series of elements to complete the necessary components of a ritual to speak with the dead through Mama Uwe. They completed a circle and recited some words of a ritual where Vinley took over through her connection of necromancy. She was able to communicate with Leaf as he berated them for breaking into his bar and threatening to burn it down. Everything was good until about halfway through when the malevolent, unknown spirits broke through and started to attack the ritual. Despite their incorporeal form, the group was able to fell the four spirits through magic and sheer will, hopefully banishing them from this plane and into the afterlife. What was surprising, though, was Seisha. In the battle, she was enveloped in an ethereal glow as her eyes erupted into fiery light as she imbued her blade with the divine energy of Oghma. Now seemingly friends with the old bartender of the tavern, they decided to celebrate with the kids next door by heading down to the mystical, whimsical store known as Trinkets and Trunkets.
Yeah! I love y'all's little re-intros. They're so nice.
They are. Helps me remember what happened last week.
Yeah, because I had no idea. Oh, that's right.
All you gotta do is
We got a lot.
Yeah, we're at Trinkets and Trunkets, which I literally imagine as like Fred and George Weasley's like mixture of candy and like trick shop.
Yes.
But like that's how I envision this.
I want to buy everything here.
I see it as like the joke shop from a certain novel series.
That you will not name, okay.
Yeah.
Inside was just as chaotic as the outside. Random objects constantly going off as children and curious other patrons poke and prod at the different baubles. A track with a little mine cart circles the store as a color-changing smoke of vibrant colors trails behind it. In the center of the store is an island counter desk and a small woman wearing 3 different hats stacked on top of each other and wearing a coat of many different colors, a size or two too big. She has a button nose and a wide face, and large ears with a slight point, and an enormous, infectious grin.
Oh my god, hello and welcome to Trinkets and Trunkets. How can I help you?
Oh my gosh, my name is Station. This is the coolest store ever. Hi, how are you doing? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Flip Tinderwop. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Is this your first time ever here?
It is, yes. We just moved to the block.
That's amazing, fantastic. Just have a look around. It's the most amazing store in the entire world. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thank you so much.
And that's how people usually see me.
Yeah.
I'm out of
my
breath listening.
I'm gonna take the children by the hand and run amok.
I'm having like serious reconsiderations of myself.
So like over by a mirror, who am I?
Usually I'm the excited one, so I'm just like very taken aback.
Fala is with you all, and their eyes are just alit with and enraptured by all of the whimsical things as they go down the aisles and start picking up things and start like. Look at
I
this.
feel like Fala and I's expressions are completely mirrored, not mirrored, but opposite. Where they're like, I'm like, so many sounds.
I want to take a look around. What all is
I
here?
want to look around, yeah.
All right, fantastic.
I probably already wandered off while they were
Yeah,
talking. I
me
was
and V
like,
are just like, all right, here we go.
I am overwhelmed.
So you all move around and kind of look about the shop. You notice the short, small girl has actually like kind of like is standing up, not quite on it, but it's just kind of watching you all kind of to watch your expressions as you move around the shop. Her 3 stacked hats kind of swaying as she kind of turns here and there, kind of as she motions and moves.
Are they top hats?
They are several style of hats. There is a top hat, a bowler, and a derby hat.
I like the hats.
The bowler is in the middle, though.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Somehow it works, though.
They're all different colors. Just everything about her is infectious and colorful, and just the whole store is crazy. Where the other weird shop you went to, everything was purple, which is weird. Everything here is just whimsical, and it. Even though you are taken back, and it's a lot to take in for everyone, it's hard to not feel happy.
That's awesome.
I apologize. I don't remember. Is Vaas with us?
Vaas is not
Oh,
with
no.
you. It's everybody but Vaas.
The one person who hates happiness.
And anytime you
I
look
knew.
over towards Zilpip, she just.
I'm gonna actually approach her,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name the first time.
Zilpip Tinkerwop.
Zilpip Tinkerwop?
That's it. That's the one. That's me.
Okay.
The one and only.
Zilpip.
Well, at least I think I'm the one and only. There could be totally more than just me, but if it's just me in the store right now.
Well,
is your name Zilpip?
No, it's not.
Okay, what about her name?
Definitely
Okay.
not.
Their name? Their name.
No.
Their name? Their name.
I don't know those people.
Okay,
That could be a Zilpop.
Oh, Tinker Wop. I thought you said. And then I'm just going to cut myself off. Because I realize it's probably not smart to say what I thought you said.
I'm going to motion back towards the Troll Skull Manor and say, we're actually your new sort of neighbors. Yeah, we took a little manor. We're going to make it a new...
Oh, really? Oh my god, that's so
Please,
amazing!
please.
I've always wanted it to open. I've always wondered, wait, is it really haunted? Yeah. Oh, that's so amazing! Is it a nice ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to meet him. I love ghosts. Ghosts are so fun. I've never actually met a ghost, so I don't know if I love them, but I could not love them. You never know.
You know what? We are going to help you meet that ghost ourselves.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we're real excited that we're all going to be here working on the same street. If there's anything we can do to make things better and make us, better neighbors, you tell us so we can help you do that, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, anytime fun. I love fun. Fun is the best. I mean, that's what we're here about here. Is we're all about fun. It is just, we just love fun.
I've met my new best friend.
Do you like to clean? Is cleaning fun?
I mean, it could be sometimes, but I mean, really, it's just, why? It's just the
Because
mess.
we were thinking about having a cleaning party.
Oh, I love parties. Parties are so fun.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
a cleaning
cleaning
party
party.
sounds pretty fun.
There might actually be something in here that does that.
If you...
Yeah?
Yeah?
Maybe, I don't know.
Did you make everything in the store?
Oh no, I didn't make it. All the things in here. Some of the things, my mom made, my dad made. Some things we found. They just kind of wander in. Sometimes they're just here, and I don't know where they came from. It happens.
Okay, well, if you have any friends that also love to clean and to party, they're invited.
This is the kind of bullshit that happens when I'm not there.
Yeah, as opposed to drawing rapiers on geriatric couples.
They were suspicious.
I just want to reach over to the closest thing to me and pick it up and just look at what it is.
All right.
As you pick up this rough black orb, it looks, as it shines in the light, it has this weird sparkle to it that's what caught your eye. Like, oh, that's shiny, let me pick that up. And you flip it over, and there seems to be a series of words that emanate.
Imagine a crazy evil.
that emanate from, as if pushing up through the stone itself.
Oh, that's so amazing. Ask it a question.
The words actually read, "What would you like to know?"
That is called Sybil Simple Truth Orbs.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna ask it. Am I ever gonna be rich and famous?
I can answer
You gotta
that.
shake it up.
Go! Like it just gives it the same amount of energy she did. And then he'll grin and like
As
look
you
at
stop,
it.
it says, "Maybe."
My turn, my turn.
All right.
Will I ever have a boyfriend?
Give it, go.
Outlook, uncertain.
Whatever, it's broken.
I will lean close and be like, will I ever go home? And shake it.
You're so pure.
Unknown.
This is stupid.
It's so fun,
Right?
isn't it?
It is. I really like it. How much does that one cost?
That is, it's really good. That's a good one. Probably 1 silver.
1 silver?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, it's yours.
I
Do you want
love
to start
this.
a basket?
You have baskets?
Yeah. And kind of like goes and kind of hops over and like pulls out a little like almost like a metal weave basket. But pushes a button and legs kind of pop out and there's little wheels and a handle pops out and then you can push it around.
I put it in there and I'm like, I'm about to fill this thing. And I literally just start like, going.
Wonderful.
So just to go through it, everybody's looking. These
Yeah.
are some of the items that you find. I will just tell you the names. You can tell me if you want to interact with them.
Okay.
The Torch of Night Sight.
Night sight?
Yep.
Night Sight.
Okay.
It has a little card that's tied to it that says, "I'm scared."
I want to look at it.
Okay. Hold on.
Because I can't see at night like other people at this party can. I'm like,
There is the Folding Hammock, the On-Off Machina, the Silent Whistle, the Ring of Insight, the Telescope of Dancing Lights, the Moonstone, an Endless Hourglass, a doll whose eyes follow whoever's looking at it, conch shell horn that blows bubbles,
conch shell.
I want the doll.
comb that changes your hair color,
I want that one as well.
Man.
a shrunken head that insults whoever it is looking at,
Bingo!
an embalmed tentacle of a weird purplish creature that kind of triggers you because that tentacle looks kind of familiar. The shade of purple that it is, the size of it is.
Oh.
And a music box that plays a song you faintly remember but can't quite recall. A blank book that refuses to hold ink. As there's one that's out for open that anybody can write in, as there's a quill sitting next to it. A mechanical canary in a cage that sings like a bird. Anybody want to do anything with any of those?
Ring of Insight and the book.
Yeah.
The doll.
Yeah,
Ring of
right.
Insight seems really interesting. Magic conch. Conch.
Yes, that blows bubbles. That's,
Conch is the shell, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Blows bubbles? Yeah, I'm checking that out.
Okay.
And then what was the first thing you listed? Because I remember being
there's the Sybil Simple Truth Orb and the Torch of Night Sight.
I want to look at the Torch of Night Sight.
Okay.
The on and off machina, because I owe that to a buddy of mine in church. And I need to check out the head for sure, and the canary, so my crows can have some friends.
Okay.
And Zilpip will just be like, let me know if you have any questions on anything. I'm here to help.
Is the doll a porcelain doll or like a ventriloquist?
A porcelain doll.
Yeah, no, you bring
This
that in the
is
house.
mine.
I'm burning it.
It's just a doll.
Your book can eat people.
Your book
that is
has
a thing
teeth.
that happens.
I think she can have a doll.
I pull out the beholder and see if they'll follow each other.
I wish Vaas was here so I could be like,
I pull out the
Yeah.
beholder and see
You're
if
the
they'll follow each
voice
other.
of reason.
They don't follow each other. They
God.
both look at you.
Creepy!
It's not creepy.
I have to pay for this.
Okay, so just make
Well, yep.
make a list of everything that you guys are taking. Make sure to mark that off. But we'll go down the line. You wanted to look at the head and
The head, the on and off machina, and the canary.
okay. Cool. The canary just acts like a bird, but it's mechanical, so cool. It's neat. The on-off machina is a simple wooden box similar to this.
That's cool.
Except it has a simple button.
Push the button.
Okay, it lifts up, clicks the button again, goes back down.
Yes! Yes, a useless machine. I put it in the cart.
And then the last thing is you walk up to one of the little heads and you touch it. And as you touch it, its eyes, which look to be stitched shut, kind of peer open. Hey, what are you looking at? You purple, ugly, bearded... No, you're not bearded. You're a silky, sly, snaky man.
Immediately put it in the cart. Yeah, that's coming with.
Don't put me in there, you trash.
Oh, yeah, he's staying. Oh, man. If there was the equivalent of a fantasy keychain, this fucking yeah, I'll take the canary, too. I'll take it all three.
Okay, so all three. So now we get to V. You're looking at the Torch of Night Sight. And what was the other thing you were looking at?
I was looking at the Torch of Night Sight. I also wanted to take a look at the Insight Ring.
Okay.
And then I wanted to look at the... Oh gosh, what was it? I have the worst short-term memory. I'm so sorry. No, not the... There's three things.
There was the
Conch.
torch, the ring, and the conch.
Conch with
Okay.
bubbles.
Okay, so
Conch.
The comb.
Conch with bubbles.
all right, so you go up and you look at the torch, and it's just you see a wooden, like a wooden shaft with the like cloth wrapped end, and then on their little tag it says, "I'm scared."
Oh my god.
I'm so scared. Can I ask questions about it?
Sure, of course.
Okay, so I ask him, I'm like, is this item pretty much like speaks for itself? You use it to see at night?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was really, really fun, especially if you're like really scared of the dark. I don't really like the dark. I'm really scared of the dark. So if you say it and you say the activation word, just be careful because it's one use. So don't say it unless you actually want to use it.
I can only use it once?
Only once. And you say it and it'll ignite in fire, and you can see in the dark.
Get it from Vaas. He has trouble lighting torches.
Wow.
How much is it?
On that note.
Nobody saw that.
One
Except
silver?
Yeah.
You know what? That is such a thoughtful gift idea. I'm gonna buy it.
Okay. So just if you want to put in the cart, just make a tally of what you got at the end, and then we'll tally it all up, and then I'll let you go, and we'll get it. It'll be good. It'll be yours.
The last.
I
thing,
even do gift wrapping.
The last thing was the insight ring.
Okay, no, there's an Insight Ring and then Conch.
Yeah, the conch literally is just a really beautiful pearl-esque shell that twists and has the little point sticking off of it. And
Zilpip goes, blow it!
Multiple small and large and some like as big as your head bubbles fly out. And
the kids start running around and like trying to pop and catch
you
them.
got it.
Catch
I love
them.
it. I love it.
Completely forgot that we had children.
And they're running around and they're like picking up stuff and playing with stuff and like
They're
playing
doing
with the
their own
train.
All right.
Fala
so,
is just kind of standing, not really interacting, but just kind of a small smile on their face as they just watch and take everything in.
how much is the Conch?
2 silver.
2 silver.
Yep.
It's 10 silver for every 1 gold.
Correct.
Okay.
And hey, guess what? The bubbles never run out.
That's pretty.
I know.
That's pretty great.
Isn't it amazing?
That's
It's the
very-
feather. I was just gonna say that.
We
the
could
in-
have a bubble room in our tavern. We just need like an air flow through it constantly. Bubbles all the time.
Amazing. All right.
I'm gonna kneel to the kids real quick and be like, hey, each of you pick out something you like. Let me know. I'm gonna get it for you, okay? What did I?
Let's find something really good.
We're going to get it for you.
They don't separate. They actually go up together. Declan
and
doesn't.
then we can look at the insight ring together because we're probably both looking at it.
Yep, y'all both get over there to look at it at the same time.
You put them on.
There's a collection of them. There's multiple.
Yeah, I'll put one on.
Do you have one that fits?
I'm looking.
The's multiple sizes.
How do you?
Do they fit maybe my pinky?
Sure.
How do you?
I forgot I have enormous hands.
How do you feel right now? What is your base, like your surface thought emotion?
Inquisitive.
My surface thought motion is curious and excited.
Okay. Yours is a silver, and yours is a silvery yellow.
Is this a mood ring?
It is literally a mood ring.
It is a mood ring.
If that is not the most V shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm buying that.
Yeah, Stacia and V with their mood rings. How am I feeling?
That's one silver.
All right. Okay, I'll buy the mood ring.
Makes me think of that stupid joke. I lost my mood ring. I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm just planning to go up to Vaas and go.
Anger, frustration.
I like how the things I immediately want to go up to is a torch, a one-use torch, a bubble conch, and a mood ring.
So Vinley, you get the doll.
The
Anything
doll.
else?
The hair.
The comb. Okay.
It changes my hair
Okay.
color.
Got it. Again, the doll just follows your eyes. It's a
Yeah.
porcelain doll.
I pull a piece of my hair out and comb it through.
Okay.
What color does it turn?
Blonde.
Whoa.
Color it back.
Auburn.
Oh shit.
A familiar rosy gold.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, it suits you. You look good.
Thank you. How does hey, how long does this last?
I don't know. Forever. Or not. I don't know. I really don't know.
We'll see. I want it.
Okay, great. That is 3 silver for the comb and 2 silver for the doll.
Perfect. You're adorable.
The other item I was looking at is what I'm going to call the Book of Oubliettes.
Okay.
Okay.
As you write into it, the ink seeps into it and disappears.
It's Myrtle's book.
I know, right?
This is the coolest thing ever!
I know.
Care it's a Horcrux.
Can I have it? Like for payment?
That one is 5 silver.
Disappearing.
Done.
Okay. Sure.
Done.
That is literally
It's
Harold's
journal
reaction.
size.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Whatever the kids want to get.
Beware of evil spirits living in the book. I read about it in a book once.
Declan.
Not that one though.
Declan comes up with the
Larry
music
Locker.
box.
With what?
The music box.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what Declan's holding, and he's cranking it.
Hey, what's it do, buddy?
He like holds it up, and the music is the notes are playing. Kind of,
A little sing-song tune that all of you hear. But to each of you, it's slightly different. You wouldn't be able to describe it to anybody, but it's right on the tip of your tongue. You're like, it's that one that can... No, no, no,
My
no.
father used to sing that to me as a lullaby. What was it called?
Ah, man, this sounds like that one song
I'm
that
pretty
Bard
sure it's-
played on the north end of Waterdeep. I love that song.
Sounds like Sandstorm. I don't remember the band.
And then Pixel comes up with a stone. And the stone is half dark and half an ethereal blue silver light.
What you got there?
That's beautiful.
It's a moonstone. Shows you what the phase is.
That is really cool.
That was
Yeah.
a useful
I
item.
like that.
I love the stars.
Do you?
Yeah, they're fun to look at. And at this moment, Harold,
Oh God.
as you're all perusing the aisles, you, and only you, start to feel your heart race. Maybe it's from the naturally exciting nature of the store. Maybe it's from the intense personality of the young clerk you were just talking to. Whatever it is, you start to realize your heart is beating to a rhythm. Maybe it was to that song, as everything else seems to fade away into the background as a murmur. The only thing left is the pounding sound of drums pulsating through your body and in your head. And it gets more and less intense depending on where you are in the store. Do you follow this weird sensation?
Of course,
It's
absolutely.
like Jumanji.
I'm gonna cry.
To
at
not put a
Jumanji.
word on it, but fairly similar.
We're playing this tonight.
You could continue to follow. You continue to follow this intensity of the beating of these drums that you can only you can hear, until in a back shelf tucked behind a few other items is a small, dusty, purple drum.
Hello. I'm gonna take it and pick it up.
As your fingers touch the instrument that is seemingly perfectly crafted to your liking and specifications, you feel a strange magical connection to it.
Wow, I gotta have this.
Because, hey.
I'm gonna give it a quick can I roll performance to try it out?
Sure, go ahead.
Absolutely.
I would love to do that. I want to give it a go. Oh my god, every performance check's terrible. This would be a 6. No, I'm sorry, an 8.
Okay. You start to play the drum, matching the rhythm that was playing in your head before. You didn't start with that beat, but somehow your hands naturally flowed into it.
Uh-oh.
You all of you, start to hear the whirring sounds of rusty mechanical machines spinning to the rhythm, grinding and creaking as a sing-song tune begins to play along. You hear the disembodied laughter of children, but see that none of the children in the store are smiling as everyone is looking around aimlessly. An echoey, nasally voice, distorted through a horn, cries out as purple and black smoke begin to pour out of the drum and into all areas of the room.
Come one, come all, children of all ages, step up, don't be shy. Come witness the entertainment, tellings, and sideshow of the Carnival of Rust.
Suddenly, 7 figures coalesce into form. A strange man in a top hat and blood-red-tailed waistcoat stands on the corner of on the counter of the store in the center. In his hands is a whip and a hand comb. His face is stark, pale white of cracked skin, like thirsty, dry desert lake bed. He has rosy, rouged cheeks with a wiry mustache and a goatee. His eyes are as deep and voidlessly black as the rest of his skin.
A large, hulking, bald figure with a bushy red beard and massive muscles, wearing a rust-red wrestler's singlet, stands in the corner. The behemoth of a man picks up an entire shelf above his head, causing its contents to clatter to the ground as his muscles begin to bulge, causing his skin to rip open and bleed, exposing the muscle sinew beneath.
Laughter circles the room as a thin woman in black and white striped tights and a crimson tutu rides a unicycle upside down along the train track hanging from the ceiling as she juggles 5 gravity-defying daggers. Everything about her form seems normal, except for the skin on her face overgrown where her eye socket should be.
Oh, come on. Jeez.
Crawling across the room like an inverted insect, contorted and twisted, is a skeletally thin man in dark red diamond-checkered clothing. Many bells across his body jingle as he dislocates and shifts his haunting form, now standing, towering 8 foot tall. His long, double-tailed jester hat nearly drags across the floor as he stands and looks at you through a porcelain-white, comedic-styled mask twisted into a haunting grin.
What have you done?
His spindly hand reaches up and removes it, revealing an empty void into a shallow hood before bowing.
Near the entrance, a woman with an exaggerated hourglass figure wearing a bodysuit that gives her the very realistic illusion of flayed skin blocks the exit. She unhinges her jaw like a snake and shoves her entire arm into the depths of her throat and pulls out 2 long, thin blades as she stares at you with pupilless white eyes.
In another corner, 2 forms tumble down the walls, rolling into one another as 2 become 1. 2 round, grotesque, pale, warty women in Lolita-style blood-red dresses, wearing a glossy black gas mask. Each only 2 foot tall, now stand upon each other, stealing nearly 4 foot tall. They roar out in childish fury as flames erupt from the cylindrical canister.
And lastly, the only form to not take shape remains a black-purple smoke that forces itself down V's throat as her eyes gloss over into voidless galaxy. I need everyone to
This
roll
is
initiative.
a load of
And I need you to grab the
This is for me.
Of course.
Divine sense.
Awesome. Yes. Fiendish.
Got it.
So I don't
And are
roll
the
for
children with
initiative.
me?
You do. You still roll initiative.
Okay,
'Cause I've been
I'm
kind of
void
sticking with
though.
them.
The children, yes, if you were to stay with them, yeah,
Yes.
the children could be at your side.
I
Okay,
shouldn't have been playing the drum, but I mean, what else was I gonna do
What
with
did
it?
you do, Ray?
Get them! Get them! That's your plan?
All right.
You want me to
So,
stab Lord
let's
Samson?
see. Where was everybody? Let's go ahead and center this up with the.
You're gonna stab him. That's your plan.
I wasn't actually there. I lied.
If you're God, you say yes.
All right. So
That's from El Dorado, right?
Vinley will say was over.
Yeah.
Where's the door?
Door is right here.
Perfect.
Guys, I don't have spells,
I'm gonna do it right
and I don't have my sword. So we might have a problem.
Seisha will put over here by the
Where's your stuff?
bookcase because you were looking at the book.
Where's your stuff?
Well, my spells
Harold
I
was
used
over here
on a
by
ghost.
V.
and then my sword I gave to that gentleman,
Yep.
who is much more dangerous with that sword than
Paula
I
was standing
am.
over here.
No, it was a fair move.
Yeah, it was the right choice.
And how dare
These
you
are
not
the
predict
two
this
kids.
predicament?
They're over here by.
I should have
didn't
known the
expect
drum
to
was
get-
coming.
Yeah.
This is why you don't split the
To
party.
know, do I recognize
We
the? Do I
do.
recognize the guy
I'm-
with the mask?
I feel
No.
like I'm
Thank
so
God.
bad.
That
That's
will
all I
never-
needed.
There's
Everywhere
a little
has
fear there,
Yeah.
but you remember that his mask
Was
did not have a
expressionless,
mask.
yeah.
It
So
was
strong
expressionless.
man right here is over by
Colors
this
are
bookshelf
kinda
that he
similar,
picked up.
But you know he wasn't 8 foot tall. This thing
The
literally
long,
looks like
spindly man here.
Got it.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is so bad.
This
Great.
is the
Great.
Barker, the ringleader is up there on that.
Oh my
Let's
God,
just
what
throw all
have
this
you
weird stuff
done?
at him.
Our two contortionists.
I played the
are
drum.
here. The lady who, the sword swallower, is right there by the door. And then last but not least is our, who am I missing?
I'm gonna leave stuff in the
there's
trombone.
the two figures,
Yep,
gas masks.
that's
I got
them
it.
here.
Okay, the lady on the unicycle across the ceiling.
That's it. That's what
Well,
I have a
Still up
conch.
top, right?
Oh,
Yep.
magic
Yep,
conch
so we'll
shell. What do I do?
Actually, no.
Like, take my bonus action. How boned are we?
Outcome unlikely.
Ask again later.
Ask again later.
If you can.
Wait,
Oh my God.
Spirits can ask anything.
I'll never trust another drum. Look what you've done to drums.
Oh, also,
saying it wasn't
And this is our
I
unicycle
dropped a
riding
die
across the train
somewhere.
tracks up there.
and I don't know. It was a D4. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you
One
need
over
another?
there.
I have
Yeah.
a couple.
Did you roll them?
No,
Yeah, I might have one or two.
but I might
Literally
forget it if I
a
don't grab it
box.
now. Yeah, ironically,
Still
it
a
was a
19, but may not.
D4. So,
You ready?
yeah.
This is what I do, okay? I join role plays and I make them really difficult for no reason.
You push the shiny red button.
Well, I bought the shiny red button. It should be pretty obvious.
It's totally fair. I do that at large. So.
And you look over, and Zilpip is going, "This is fantastic! I've never seen this before! Oh, that's different. That's fun! Oh, wow, you stuck your entire arm in your mouth. That's amazing!
I'm sorry. What's
So
in my
people
mouth
are
again?
reacting.
Smoke. It fills you up, and you
Your
lose all control of your body.
All right, I'm possessed, by the way, so rip my initiative.
All right, so 25 to 20.
23.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
It makes sense that you go first since you're the one that did it.
Like just.
Where are you at, BBs?
You just kind of turn around like,
Cadmus, your incentive is to kill these beings.
Yep. That is your
These
driving
beings.
force.
No,
No,
The things that are in the ring?
carnival.
the carnival.
I'm possessed by something
Yep.
that wants to kill the carnival?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Tight.
So I'll let you know what other actions that happen at the start of your turn.
No. Kill?
I will-
Okay, I'm
I
just
will get
making
to that.
sure.
Okay.
20 to 15.
17.
Okay.
15 to 10.
12.
10.
I got double digits.
I technically did as well.
You did. I'm proud of you. To be kid.
I see that too.
Where's that?
Woo!
Woo! I love the circus.
All right. So the
Apparently I
initiative.
hate the circus.
I'm about to end this circus.
The initiative is Harold, the Carnival, V, Seisha, Vinley, Fala.
The carnival killed my family.
God, we got Fala.
Yay, we have the apothecary.
Yeah, we have Fala
And
since we don't
the-
have
like
other
as this happens,
people.
Station, the children like
You
are
went
like,
to a
"Wow,"
store.
and then as stuff starts to get weird, they start to like cower and
They get right behind you.
They get right behind you. Okay.
Harold.
Bardic inspiration.
Make a performance check.
Sure.
Add 2 to your roll.
Oh, thank
I
God.
like this drum.
As long as Harold hasn't put together it was it's like, oh, the smoke's coming out of the drum. Who are all these guys? He hasn't put together that might be the drum might be the problem here. That'll be 20. Oh wait, plus 2, 22.
22. Awesome. Who would you like to inspire? Seisha. Got it. All right. So the beat changes from the one that you were playing to this one that sounds very intense and warlike. As Seisha hears it, and her instinctual protective nature takes over as these children are hiding behind her, and she feels invigorated with this need to protect everyone, especially these children. But everyone hears this like crazy war drum that Harold just starts playing, and it sounds pretty intense, and it's pretty awesome fight music.
And I will also, for my normal action, I don't know what to, I don't, like, I mean, these guys are like literally muscle like breaking out of skin. They don't look like they should be here.
I mean, one took its mask off and there was literally nothing. There was no face, nothing. It was an empty void of nothing.
Put it back on.
Put it back on, put it back on.
I'm going to yell at that one
Okay.
and be like, hey asshole, if you want me to stop insulting you, say something about it.
That's this one. That's this one up here on the ceiling, riding the unicycle upside
No,
down.
that's the he's talking about the jester.
Oh, right. That's the long spindly guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good, he's in a corner.
Try not to trip over your bells while you're on your way to me, asshole. And that'll be wisdom saving throw.
9.
No. He's going to take 1d4 psychic damage and disadvantage on his next attack.
Got it.
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh, that's a good point. I should do that.
Should do
Helps,
that.
yeah.
You know, it makes it a lot easier. 3 points of psychic damage.
Got it.
Okay, so it is the carnival's turn.
Did he seem to react to it? Did it hurt him?
As you say these words, it's hard to gauge a reaction because he has no face.
But do I see him like reel a little like from
Yeah,
the...
you
Okay,
see-
He
cool.
does, and then he actually puts the mask back on and looks
And
towards
you
you. And
You see now that the mask is a frown.
No,
it
uh-oh.
was a.
Oh no. I goofed again.
You are not allowed to leave the house
Okay.
unchaperoned.
I wish I had any type of
Technically, he
charisma.
did it. Technically, he didn't leave the house.
Don't bring
We're
logic into this
responsible.
fight.
I
Can
love
we
you
all just
both,
agree
by
that
the
music's
way.
awesome? I think we could all agree to that. I think we'd all agree that the music is awesome.
Oh, yes.
I mean, yeah, it's great
The
fight
man-
music, but geez.
The man in red with a white face and void-like skin and the top hat gestures openly. Says, "Welcome, welcome! Behold our great show! So great we once performed for the gala of the Castellanters!" And that is all he does.
Castle Anters?
Castellanters.
Do I know what that is?
You don't. You do. V.
Who is possessed?
Oh.
Doesn't
I
quite
guess-
understand,
Right.
but
I-
you recognize that.
Okay.
Oh, I also recognize
You
it.
do recognize the name the Castellanters.
But the thing possessing me doesn't?
No, but
you're not your mind right now.
Right.
I'll let you know what happens after all of this is over.
Okay,
what
okay.
happens.
What do
this
I know?
triggers.
Well, this is why you were hired.
This
Oh.
is the other family. Not this is, but who they just spoke about.
Yep.
Okay.
Well-known noble house.
Gotcha.
All right. As the strong man who's lifting the shelf up above his head, kind of looks and just kind of like looks around and sees you, Seisha, and just throws the shelf right at you towards you and the children as you kind of bring your shield up and go. 17 to hit your armor class.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Yo.
As this shelf
That's
comes,
ridiculous.
tumbling over towards you, you bring your shield up, putting your entire body in front of the two children. The shelf crashes down onto you, actually taking you down to a knee, but you kind of use your shield almost to create a canopy as the children scurry out from underneath it, and you let it slide to your side. Contents going everywhere. Zilpip goes, "Hey, that's not right."
Like she's only now caught on that it might be dangerous.
The juggling lady on the unicycle that seems to be riding upside down on the track and juggling things against gravity continues to do so and actually flips around on the unicycle and stands like switches her hands and feet and is holding on as where it would be weird as someone doing a handstand on a unicycle is now looking like she's dangling from this unicycle as it's traveling around and kicks the daggers around as she juggles them with her feet. And she goes,
No! Move it away from
that is her turn.
That sounds like
This
a
isn't my
nightmare.
fault. I was just playing a drum.
Isn't it though?
I just played a drum. I'm a performer.
Judgy face.
So the one who you hit, he puts the mask back on and begins to body begins to contort and twist and actually moves and makes his body almost like a balloon animal as he twists and turns and makes different shapes and beasts with his body.
He now looks almost like a lion in its form as his body is like twisted out, making this mane, and his face is sitting there like, moving up and down in the front as it has this snarling look. But with that, he gestures openly. The next one is the woman that pulls the two blades.
Oh God.
Put him back, put him back, put him back.
Don't
you
need
dare.
those, honey. It's fine.
Steps forward
No.
to Vinley.
She doesn't.
We really need a sword
Nope, 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 nope.
swallowing accident, like right about now.
And as she goes to attack with her blades, you step out of the way, and she stabs into this countered pedestal right next to you.
I am a fan of circuses, ma'am.
And her jaw unhinges.
Maybe not that kind.
I changed my mind. I don't like you.
The two small people who are stacked on top of each other with two gas masks turn and move over here as they just giggle in childish laughter as they just breathe fire all in your direction, Harold.
What kind of shop is this?
Does a 16 hit your armor?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
I don't like this.
This is bad.
I'm scared.
You guys went to Toys R Us and are fighting Pennywise. That's what happened.
No, don't say that.
6
Ooh.
points
All of them.
of fire.
Fire damage.
Fire.
It's Pennywise and his friends.
No, stop using that name because that actually freaks me out.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
We're fighting it.
Classic Pennywise.
All right, and now that brings us
Find the new
to
one.
V. V, you rage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna rage
Go ahead
regardless.
and
Make the rage face, please.
And in a voice that is not V's, you hear, "How dare you mock me? I'll have your heads again."
Uh-oh.
Sounds like me
And
regardless.
you charge the closest one, which is this one.
Yeah.
Which is the contortionist.
That's funny because I was gonna ask who's the closest one.
Yep. So go ahead and make an attack.
19.
19 definitely hits.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna. Where's my D12? There it is. Okay, so that is 17.
All right, so as you bring your
add
axe
8.
down onto this individual, it kind of slices through it like paper, and you actually watch as the mask falls to the ground and shatters, and you watch as the entire body unravels into skin as it just crumples into the floor and then dissipates into blackish purple smoke.
How much did we lose?
Actually,
I think this is what you add to the roll, and this is the damage right there.
Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, it wasn't 17. It was
12.
13, 14.
Okay.
Oh,
that
Nothing
right?
changes in what happens.
14.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled a 14, not 17. My bad.
Got it. It's okay.
forgot
It's
about
okay.
rage.
So still same effect happens. So
Okay.
completely and just diminish and it is gone.
Okay.
And that is your turn. You still have movement left if you wanted to move towards someone else.
Huh?
I said you still have movement left if you wanted to move towards one of the other ones.
Is there another one close by?
There
Yep,
is.
there is.
And you can.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm
that
just
guy.
gonna go for it again.
All right. So that's all of your attacks this round.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yep.
Well,
Aim for
there
the
you go.
knees.
All right. So that brings us to
Seisha.
Rectum. Seisha.
Quick question about the windows.
So I actually rolled a
Are they
24.
barred or
Yep.
are they simple glass?
They are not. They are actually metal lattice work.
Ooh.
Do they look like they open?
You're not quite sure. There's no visible mechanisms. You can make an investigation check if you wanted to.
Well,
that
I need to
would
take
be
an
your
action
that would be
too,
your action,
So I'm going to, I guess, make a strength check to just straight up bash out that window.
Okay.
And
For the kids.
if I make it, I'm going to tell the children run home and help them through it if I
Okay.
can as a movement.
Okay. Got it. So go ahead and make your strength check. Or athletics check, actually, is what it would
Don't forget you have an inspiration.
Oh, I'd like to
do.
use my inspiration.
be. And roll a d6 with that.
Got you.
That's what's up.
Everyone forgets the inspirations.
Plus athletics, you said?
Yes.
That's not going to do me any good.
Oh,
but
Ulysses.
yeah.
I cannot wait easier than I
I
expected.
know, right?
Oh, actually, it does. 11.
You slam into it, like kind of bringing your shield up as a battering ram and hit it, and you feel it kind of give, but it's just not quite enough force as you slam into it.
The glass cracks but stays intact with the metal lattice work that seems to be kind of bent
Okay.
in where you are.
In that
Smashing it.
case, I'm just going to turn around to the kids and say, "Get behind me," and put my back against.
They
the,
do, and they actually, let me go ahead
basically
and
put
move.
them in the corner of the bookshelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so this is here, and this is actually more like that.
Okay. So I'm basically just trying to shield them with my body.
Okay, sounds good.
So the thing is like open mouth in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Can you summon a
So-
swarm of bees?
Bees, they're in my eyes.
No, I'm at disadvantage for a ranged spell attack if I cast it at someone within 5 feet of me, correct?
Yes.
What if I put my wand in her mouth and cast it?
Still,
Yeah?
Really cool flavor, but
Yeah.
still disadvantage.
yep.
Do it anyways.
Well, I will still put my oaken wand in
Okay.
her mouth and say, I was a fan of circuses and cast magic missile.
Oh, well, okay. You don't have to.
different.
I was
different.
debating between two spells.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Unload magic missiles right in the mouth.
3, 6 plus 3 is 9.
Which one are you? You're the
The-
one that came up to you?
Yeah,
The,
sword
creepy
swallower.
jaw
the
one.
sword swallower. Yep.
Yeah.
So already the jaw kind of unhinges as you push and shove your arm all the way down into its throat, and you watch as all of a sudden you hear the, and then, as exploding out from its stomach in like midsection are these just holes of as purplish, brilliant energy sparks and flashes out as it just crumples to the ground.
Your arm all the way down its throat, you feel like something is about to pull you in. As it crumples it on itself, it and literally envelops itself into its own mouth and just
I can't describe how that felt. And I'm continuing to hold my arm out as far away from me as possible. I got brave and made a decision. It was the wrong one.
Cue a Wilhelm scream.
Fala will take out this little wooden stick and then crack it as it grows in length
Oh.
into a quarterstaff.
Yo! They're gonna kick ass.
Where is Fala?
Over here behind this little corner that you can't
Oh,
see
okay.
from your vantage point.
They're on
Where
their
can
way
they
to
go?
whoop
Right.
that ass.
Got it.
I give this confused look at Fala as they run by me, like,
You would understand that this is shillelagh.
interesting.
Yep. And they will go to crack the two.
Yep.
The
fire
two-
breathers.
Yep.
And they will
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah, they will.
Slam! Slam, slam!
Oh no, Harry's help. Harry.
Yeah, Harry's seen better days in terms
Oh
of health.
no.
Swings and actually cracks it against the one on the top, driving it into the wall, and it kind of crumples and is dazed a bit as the other one kind of looks up and and then moves its attention towards Fala.
Yep.
So this one was not a one-hit wonder.
There was two of them, and one looks to be a little dazed, and the other one looks to be very
Hey.
upset.
Hey.
That brings us to Harold, top of the round.
Shit. So of the crew, who's left?
There is the juggler, the fire breather, the ringleader,
And the strongman.
And the strongman.
And
The
That's the fire breather.
as my free action, I'm gonna turn to what was her name? The proprietor?
Oh,
Zilpip.
Zilpip. Zilpip, are there magnets? Do you have magnets?
Somewhere!
Can you point them out?
Somewhere!
You
Shit.
see her go.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking to myself, I could throw magnets onto the train tracks and knock the lady off.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
I love
You can
it.
make an investigation check to try and find some magnets.
You know,
Might as well.
it's funny enough for the bit.
Okay.
I'm doing it. So investigation
For
check.
the sake of
Commit.
comedy.
That'll be 10.
You start looking around, and you can't make heads or tails of this job.
Especially since things have now been thrown about, stuff is scattered. It looks half and half, like they're trying to attack the people in here, cause chaos, and just perform.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm not figuring out what they want
First
yet.
quick glance, you can't make out anything.
Okay, that's totally fine. And then my bonus action, I will give you some bardic inspiration.
So cool. So you start beating the drum.
Yeah, like, screw it. I just keep the song
You
going.
don't need to perform, but yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So
great.
you get going, and that's that. And that brings us to our remaining performers.
Yep, there we go. Okay. And the ringleader looks at V and says, "We meant you no offense, sir, but now, revenge."
Whoa, sir, sir.
All right. And that is.
Does
Do
it
I-
with a flourish.
Do I say anything cool back?
We'll get to that on your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to have some
I'll
cool
wait.
things to say to
I'll
that.
wait.
You doing that?
I want to talk my own shit.
The strong man takes the ladder that is over, the metal ladder that's over there, and takes it and just bends it into a knot.
Oh, that's gonna go well.
And it looks like he's asking for applause as he's holding this giant ladder now twisted into a knot, holding it towards you all.
I can do that with a cherry stem.
And so as the ringleader announces this, the juggler who is dangling and spinning and juggling with its feet actually brings it up and actually kicks one of the daggers as it goes flying right at V.
Don't worry, she only has 3.
And just thunks into the countertop, kind of in between you and the ringleader, as they continue to juggle and kind of move around the train tracks.
Stop!
Miss me, now you gotta kiss me.
But please don't.
Please don't.
Against the lovely
Fala.
Fala, They are going to try and tumble back together, repositioning themselves to, and the one that's dazed goes up and loses its footing, and as it goes to breathe fire, actually breathes fire on the lower wall.
Oh no!
As it seems to not really damage as much, but from the battered state that they're in, just burn themselves away into purple and black smoke.
As the body crumples to ash.
Well, that worked out.
Roll the natural one.
Yep.
Figures. Yeah.
That's that.
Second time.
Finally
happened.
I'm okay with it.
Yep.
I'm okay.
All right, so that is them, and that brings us now to V.
What's up?
And as you look up at this ringleader, you just, in a growl, "Do you find me daft? Your fool has a red beard. I have a red beard. His name is Reginald. My name is Regivald."
Are you not entertained?
So go ahead and...
"You are mocking me as the fool." And you're going to attack the ringleader.
Okay. That's gonna be a 19.
19
That
definitely hits.
Okay. Now I know how to properly add my. Whoop! Oh, there she goes. Well, someone's giving me a D12.
This is why we can't have nice things.
She's not really
Quiet
herself
you.
right now.
It's gonna be a 15.
All right, so as
Shit, she hits like a train.
in this enraged, just anger of this spirit that is possessing you, you actually jump and leap onto the counter and come up and bring your axe down. As you come down onto him, as he's holding the micro, like the cone, like where he was speaking, you split it down the center into the side of his head, kind of embedding into it. And as you bring down, you don't bring the axe down to bisect him. You actually bring him down to bring the head down onto the floor. As it slams into the ground, your axe embeds into the floor. As you pull it off, he evaporates into purple and black.
You're the coolest.
Excellent.
Pretty dope.
Excellent. You know, I had been throwing axes all day. Preparing
You still
myself.
have movement. If you would like to move, you can get to the strong man who's right next to you.
Yeah, I'll move over there. I probably do it in a fit of rage anyways. I can't believe I dropped 2 dice today.
That's like skill.
Seisha, it is your turn.
How many are left?
There is the strong man and the juggler who is circling the room.
All right. Where is the juggler currently?
Right
Where
here.
she is?
Right here, yes, and she's
Alright.
hanging upside down, holding on to the
Unicycle.
that's rolling across the track, and she is within range if you move closer to her. So she's not that high up. So she
So
is.
the kids are tucked away.
Kids are tucked away. They're
Are
kind
they
of.
within line of sight of either the strong man or her?
No, they're actually kind of ducked under this bookcase, using it as a
Awesome.
shield.
All right, I'm gonna swing at
Yeah, and
Chippy up above.
this one's more like that.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna move up.
Yep. I'm gonna take a swing at her.
You kind of wait, kind of line it up and time it for her to swing around, and as she comes around with the unicycle, you take a swing.
That's. Sorry, I should have looked at that.
It's not okay.
I know, right?
We'll never forget
That's
you.
gonna be a 20.
20 definitely hits.
Yay!
Damn.
All right.
Whoop.
Kill it.
Whoop whoop.
We're doing well in the rolls.
It's the new. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep using the,
Just had to say
the opal
something.
ones.
I'm
That's gonna be
sorry.
3.
3 points of damage. Okay. As again, it's you're kind of having to jump a little bit to connect, and as you do, you kind of slash at it, and it slices across the kind of arm that's kind of dangling as it's
Yeah.
and as it does, you kind of slash it. You see, it does cut open, but nothing comes out.
That's what I thought. And I'm going to yell out, fiends, get back to the 9 hells.
Okay.
Got it. Finley.
My arm is still held out. And we have 2 creatures
There's a
left?
strong man over in the corner, and the
Juggler that's
juggler that is
circling the room.
circling the room.
Okay, I am going. Y'all are gonna hate me. I am going to do this and cast prestidigitation on my arm, and go, oh, good, and then move around towards Harold.
All right.
And prestidigitation, ladies and gentlemen, is an action.
Oh gosh darn it.
And I will lean into Harold and be like, what is going on?
Oh no, you think it's because I'm playing the drum? Literally still playing.
Ya think?
I don't know, I'm really enjoying myself though.
Okay, Fala will see what is going on.
Yeah.
And watch as this girl in black and white stripes and a red tutu seems to go around and times it as she slams, or they, sorry, slam the quarterstaff into it, and you see this green energy kind of shimmer out from it, and it looks like it's growing like vines as it crawls up the walls and then wraps itself around the train tracks and tightens around. Fails. And at the right time, intertwines itself into the spokes of this unicycle and crawls up and snatches the woman up into the vines as she's sitting there. And all of the daggers, kind of, all but two, drop to the floor.
Nice.
She's standing there, or up against, entangled in vines.
Nice.
Yep. That's Fala.
That should help.
All right. That is top of the round. That brings us to Harold.
Why'd you bring that pretzel over here so I can shove it down your throat? You look real hungry. I'm gonna give him some vicious mockery.
All right, which one? The strongman?
Strongman.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Yes.
11.
No.
All right.
So that'll be 4 points of psychic damage
Nice.
and disadvantage on his next swing.
I thought you were about to do a Kermit voice. Oh, 4 points.
4 whole points of damage.
All right, would you like to move, do any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm gonna run away.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
This way, that way?
wherever the kids are. Right?
Kids are over here by.
Yeah,
you
he's
make your
gonna
way.
try to run to also cover the
All right,
kids.
so you make your way right there.
Okay. Got it. All right, the carnival.
I apologize. What
The
was their name?
carnies.
The what carnival?
Carnival of Rust.
Thank you.
All right.
You do strongman. I'll do. So as as the juggler kind of dangles there, she just kind of. What is a man? We knew him not, yet rage filled his cup. Now he lieth in waiting between the hellfire of the 9 kingdoms, for he has become the jester. Make less thy body and more thy grace, as we too now saunter into the great dark abyss on a horse named Hubris.
Wow, that's really
Did
cool.
it even rhyme?
Rude.
So the strong man takes this twisted iron ladder and throws it towards.
Hits V. V's right next to it.
Oh yes. Okay. Then tries to slam it into V.
I heard the
And,
V sound and I was like, no.
As you're raging, you catch it with your blade and slam it into the ground.
Yeah, I
You
do.
just- Yeah.
Again, this voice that is not your own comes out.
Oh man.
You will die for mocking me. And now it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna kill him.
Thank you.
He made his intent very clear.
Ooh, add the D6.
I'm gonna add the bardic inspiration.
I believe you have a new ability called Reckless for getting it at 2nd level. Am I correct?
Do I? It's not my
Maybe here.
action.
Reckless attack.
Reckless attack.
Reckless
You were going to attack
yeah.
Reckless, which gives you advantage on this attack, but they have advantage against you.
So I have advantage, but they also have advantage?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, so I can also
You
just
get
roll
to
again.
reroll. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go with the other
The
one.
first one.
And then also take the bardic inspiration.
We're still taking this bardic inspiration.
All right, copy that.
Okay.
So total of
14?
That hits.
Okay.
Damage.
Hey.
Like barely or like it was good or like?
It hits.
I don't want
It
to.
hits.
All right. Woof, it hits. All right, let's. Here we are.
Yeah, because you dropped the other one. Oh no.
It's a 7.
7? Okay.
damage.
Wow, you rolled a 2. That's silly damage.
I know. I was about to say that would.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 last round. I feel it.
So as the axe comes down and you kind of literally with the ladder still entangled in it, you actually hit him and slam, and actually the 2 spokes of the ladder that are kind of in this pretzel use that to kind of jam into his chest. You hear the ribs crack and break as the ladder slams in all the way down to where you get it to where it just barely cuts into him from that. And as you continue to push and pull,
You take your foot and you step into the spokes of the ladder, let go of the axe, grab his arms, and with your strength versus his, rip his arms off and just roar as it all turns to black and
That's
purple.
a 7.
He was
Turns out they didn't need that much damage.
he was hurt before.
yep, you
Oh,
know
okay, I
the vicious
was about
mockery
to
from.
I did
forgot
tell him I was
about
going to
that.
feed him the pretzel.
Yep. And he got fed the pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that did happen.
That happened.
Thank you, guys.
Actually happened.
Told ya!
Seisha.
Yeah, what's up? Is Chippy back around by me?
Oh, she's in place right where you are.
Oh,
Yep.
She's entangled in the
Entangled
vines.
and in
Yes.
restrained, so you have advantage on your attack.
Let the murder begin! Murder is bad, kids.
I
Stay in
got that
school.
one. That's going to be 19.
19 hits.
Excellent. And then, where's my, there it is. That's right. Oh, no.
Behold, hatred.
7 damage.
That's what's up.
Sing us its swan song.
So she's hanging upside down, entangled in those vines, and Seisha pulls her sword back and gauges her for a moment. She looks over at the children to see if they're watching, and she kind of uses one of the shelves on the bookcase next to her to jump up and get some extra angle, and she slices her sword through the air. It contacts the vines and just rips them apart, and as it passes into the acrobat, she almost seems to come flooding down in a roiling cloud of a fiendish fire, and as she hits the floor, she vanishes.
Okay.
I love it.
That's exactly what happened.
That's good. I love it. Sounds good. No embellishment here.
Very specific.
And that is everyone.
And as this last one goes, you actually watch as the smoke pours out of V's mouth, eyes, ears, just kind of rushes out and dissipates and kind of evaporates into the air itself. V, it was almost as if you were looking through someone else's eyes as someone has taken over your body. So you saw and experienced everything that happened. It's a little off-putting as another voice came out of your mouth. But what this entity whose name was Regivald left with you was a vision of some time ago, you're not sure when, this carnival put on a performance.
Something of note is that when you are looking at, as you're looking at this memory, they did not look like these grotesque, twisted versions of themselves. There was a jester who was in diamond plaid with a porcelain mask. There was a strong man. There was this ringleader who looked normal, although his face was painted in makeup. There was the 2 little people who did breathe fire, but their skin wasn't warty and gross and pale. And there was the sword swallower, who was just a normal woman that wore a bodysuit that made it look like that was red and had a very tight bodice-style corset that cinched normally, but not into the extreme, literally hourglass proportions that she was. And there was, and there was the juggler who rode a unicycle.
And the jester had a mask that actually had a red beard on it and was literally acting like a fool. And Regivald believed that they were mocking him, and it pushed him into a rage. And in that rage, he slaughtered them and killed every single one of them, and was then executed. And their souls were bound and trapped to this drum, where they remained in constant torture in the abyss.
Oh my god.
Nine Hells.
Nope, the abyss.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of what you're kind of left with as you go, as you kind of look around as this thing leaves you.
Hey, V, you okay?
That should not be in a toy shop.
Second verse, same as the first. And he
I'm going to
I'm
run
gonna-
over to
I'm
the
gonna need you to
children
stop
at
the
that
drum.
point and just kind of duck down.
Um,
It's okay.
Thank you. Again. You keep saving us.
Well, that's kind of what we do. Why don't we buy your stuff and get home?
Zelpip? Is that right? Zelpip? Zilpip?
That was awesome! Oh my god, that was the coolest thing that's ever happened in the shop. That was so amazing. You should do that all the time. You should go on the road with that. I'll sponsor you. That'd be amazing. You could be like the Carnival of Trust. Wait, that was what they were called. You probably shouldn't be that. But you could be something that was amazing.
How much for the drum?
What?
How much for the drum? This shouldn't be here.
That is
no
totally
one else
5
can
silver.
use it.
5 silver.
fair,
Done.
Fair.
If you weren't gonna ask,
wow.
I was gonna.
Okay, well, I should probably get this stuff cleaned up. I think we're gonna close early today just to get this place cleaned up and reorganized.
Can we buy our stuff?
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely.
Okay, great.
That was so amazing.
How much does the children's stuff cost?
A total of 3 silver.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to pay for my stuff and the children's stuff.
Make sure you mark all of that
Yes, sir.
wonderful money.
I did it when you told me.
Okay, perfect. And you guys have your items. Zilpip kind of hops up and kind of hops down and begins going and like and getting stuff up. And you notice like kind of like gets a mechanism that kind of clamps onto the kind of like props up and it raises the shelf up and kind of moves it back into place and
So cool.
pushes the button and it goes down with like a steam hiss and kind of gets it back into place and begins picking up and just kind of
Continues. The only thing is they pick up the ladder, kind of look at it, and then look at the top shelves.
I'm gonna turn to Fala. I'm sure we're leaving at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm hurting the children
You're like,
now.
hey, thanks for all that in there. That was great.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna happen again?
I don't know. But I promise you, the only time I'd play this is if I thought it would only help us.
I don't see how it would help you.
Distractions.
I see how it would help you.
Yeah. Hey.
Harold. In Elvish.
Yeah.
Kind of stern.
Like a muppet.
Yeah.
Never in my shop.
Of course not.
Good.
As we're passing out, I'm just going to turn to V. Are you okay?
Yeah, that was just weird.
So what?
I'm going to get them home.
Okay, yeah.
Have they been talking for about a minute?
Yeah, this all has happened kind of over the.
Cool.
Yep.
During that little minute, I'm gonna walk over to the window that she broke, and since all of the pieces are still there and intact, I'm just gonna.
Got
Okay,
it.
done. I
Back in.
apologize.
oh, that's okay. And as everybody leaves, Zilpip just kind of waves and goes, have a splendorific tomorrow today.
You too?
All right.
Closes the door behind you, and you are now back into Troll Skull Alley. But before we continue with that,
We're going to move over to Vaas.
Patiently waiting for us.
Vaas, what have you been up to? As everyone kind of wandered off with the kids, making their way towards the shop with the bubbles, you hung behind, still standing in the vacant.
What's
Chapter.
animated right now?
Right now, there is a some chairs being reset.
Is there anything like a slate, chalk slate, or anything like that in this room?
There's not, but there's a lot of dust on the ground. But there's no chalkboard or anything like that.
Okay. I pick up a broom and I begin sweeping dust into kind of a square pile.
Okay.
As soon as I do, sit in one of the chairs and sit down.
As you go to sit towards a chair, before you can grab it to pull it out, it's pulled out for you.
I sit reluctantly.
Okay.
And it pushes in. Not forcefully, it's like someone that knows exactly what they're doing.
I point to the dust and I say, "Can you write in this?"
And says yes.
And then smooths out.
Draws a middle finger.
And then it says, but I'd prefer not to. Clean. As it circles the word clean.
We'll buy you some better means of communicating. I despise specters. My only experience with any of you has been haunting. But you didn't hurt the child, did you?
No.
And then underlined.
And wipes away. Protected them.
These past few days have taught me a lot of very hard lessons. Very dramatic ones, apparently. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me to assume your intentions were evil. But I have to ask, how long have you been here first? And why do you stay?
There is a question mark.
You do know time has passed, right? You do know your...
Question mark stays.
Do I have any idea when this manor was built? Would it say it on the deed or anything like that?
It was not on the deed.
You don't know how long it's been built, but you do remember some of the conversations that you've had.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say next.
That it's been 100 years since Troll Skull Manor Tavern has...
Belief. It has been a century since this place has been active. Some remember it vaguely, but 100 years have passed. Are you aware of that?
No. It's written.
Well. Do you want this place to become, or be as pristine as it once was? To be the center of life as it used to be in this area?
Yes, and then circled.
Then, first, I promise you I will not attempt to burn down your bar again.
Good. Exclamation point. Underline. Circle.
And secondly, we'll try our best to turn this into a place that will bring the whole of the township back to it. Because a bar isn't a bar unless there's people in it. On to my second question. What's in the basement? When we tried to get in there earlier, you kept us out.
So, told you.
Oh, did he say it was a...
Lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope?
Yep.
Rat lycanthrope,
Yep.
he said?
Yep.
Can it speak?
Question mark.
Is it a beast, a wild beast, or does it seem to have humanity to it?
Both? Question mark?
If I asked you to, in the same way you seem to hold one of the specters for one of my allies, if I asked, could you hold this thing down and restrain it?
No. And then again, impossible.
All right. I go upstairs, and what is remaining of the meal that we had beforehand?
Last night,
Yeah.
most of it was eaten because you had Rainier, you had the children, Kara, everybody. You did say that you prepared enough for 2 meals, so you have bread and cheese left, but none of the ribs.
Yep.
I pick up cheese.
Okay.
Ha.
Enough for decently a meal. And as I go back down and set it down, I ask, how many days has he been down there?
Question mark?
You have no sense of time, do you?
Question mark stays. That's brutal.
I pick up the basket, what I got, and I go to the trap door.
Okay.
It's locked.
Open this.
Not yet.
And
Because?
you will die.
Is it that powerful?
You cannot hurt it.
I don't intend to hurt it. Not if I can help it.
Says, don't want it here.
Neither do I. But if there's humanity in this thing, this may be a rare opportunity to get some bearings on the city. I don't know that much about lycanthropes, but I know a lot about rats.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Cool.
'Cause you're actually making
Go
a
ahead and
pretty
make
good argument.
70 pounds of goddamn rats.
14.
14.
Bad.
Not bad.
There's no response for a second, and then all of a sudden, out of the corner of your eye, you catch something flying towards you. And as you kind of turn, embedding into the floorboards at your feet is a knife.
Seems very polished. There's a little patina on it, aged, and it seems to be a dessert cutlery knife.
I pick it up.
Mhm.
Do I get what he was meaning with this?
You can tell that it is a very fine metal.
How much is it worth?
Question mark.
Okay.
And then that wipes away. It says protection.
Understood. I tuck it into my belt. Open it up.
You have like
You were
8
just gonna
health.
throw the cheese.
Like, get that in there.
All right, well here's where Vaas dies.
Enjoy your Swiss, rat man.
Scared of friendly ghosts, but ready to attack a rat man.
Enjoy the breeze.
He's not gonna attack.
No, he's attacking the ghost, but talking to the rat man.
Right,
Alright,
right. What
yeah.
I'm saying is
I've never
like,
met a
he's
rat man
scared
before,
of
I've met
friendly
ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah,
But
rat man.
ready.
You have no basis for rat
To
man
like
culture, you
encounter
know?
a rat man.
He's the rat man. Skibidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bop.
Come on.
I know.
Is the dagger made of silver?
What a magic.
Okay, good.
Sam, can we have the
Do you
cellar?
have your pin on?
What? No. What? Why are we? What are we? No. Don't
There
get
it is.
So
I'm gonna
you hear
miss
the
Here, I'll tuck it in. right
man,
in
I
there.
wonder, do you have
We
your
just
next...
got the kids out of a fight, and we're gonna take them home, and there's gonna be like
No,
blood
if
everywhere.
I-
You know what's going to happen is our poltergeist is going to be serving our rat men the spare ribs we had last
See,
night.
here's the twist you don't realize. He'll die, and then I will be the rat man.
It all sets up.
All along.
Is
This
that
is the long
your, is that
game.
your
Trying to
backup?
become a were-rat, aren't you?
No, absolutely not.
He's completely...
That is like
The lowest tier
that's
of
the
where.
lowest tier of wares.
Well, you can always
I don't
work your
know.
way up.
lycanthropes.
I'm looking for a were cheetah. I heard one worked here.
You just want to be the rat king.
These
Rat
are other
kings are
characters.
terrifying.
Yeah.
As you wait, you hear
I pull out the dagger.
as the padlock that was on the chain and looped hatch unhinges.
I pull out the dagger, holding it out. Slowly pull it up.
It slams closed. And in dust, it says "Children?" ?
They're gonna be away for a while, shopping, but lock the doorway into here until they get back.
Second passes, and you hear.
If worst comes to worst, and I come back into the main entranceway, can you help me defeat it?
Will try.
If you can't, and something goes wrong, lock the trapdoor behind me.
Okay.
I go down.
And
And that's how we
Pen
got
for a
our
moment. I
cleric.
was like, what?
It's a very high-pitched noise.
so, do you keep the hatch open or close it?
I keep the hatch open
Okay.
because I need light. I'm assuming I can't see down here. It's dark as hell.
Hell's not actually that dark.
All you hear, you open it inside, you hear,
No, it's
turn the damn light off!
No, I always imagine hell as that, you know in Monsters, Inc., the like Yeti snow door?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's how I always imagined hell was just there.
All right.
Interesting.
The tap room's hatch, hidden stairway, descends into a dark, damp cellar. The smell of acrid ale and mold is almost overwhelming. Dozens of broken casks and barrels line the walls, and thick cobwebs hang from the rafters. A table of brewing supplies sits around the bin in the southeast corner. The brewing supplies are dusty, but usable. An unfinished doorway leads to the west, into another room.
One note, we know a guy who works at a brewery. Just saying.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be too happy to see us, though.
We'll give him the cutlery and tell
That's
him
what I
tell
see.
that thing to
What you
get.
see
In this room.
in this room, and then you
I
see
stay-
another hallway, a small entryway that leads to another room further back.
People
Okay.
get got.
I
go get.
stay close to the stairs,
Okay.
Okay.
still holding the dagger. I reach down, pick up some of the food, throw it into the center of like just kind of the darkened area. And then I take the dagger, stone walls,
Yes.
clang it twice, hoping to get some kind of sound out.
Yep, it clangs. It doesn't really ring. It's too short to cause any ringing, but there is a metal on ting on stone.
I say,
Ting.
yell into the darkness. You understand me? I'm not here to fight and I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to speak. You don't have to come out, but I have food. I know you're hungry.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
It's my miniature in there, and I don't want it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad.
Oh, I mean,
My
I
beat.
won't be there.
My beat.
I won't be there. This is a Vaas level of balls that I don't have.
That's my bad.
14 perception.
14.
It's the black hair, you know.
Yeah.
You don't really hear anything.
Ready to action, strike out and run. If anything comes close to me. No, I'm staying by the stairs.
Run up the stairs.
Run up the stairs
Got
if
it.
something like
if
comes
anything
close.
comes close to you.
I believe the ghost when it says this thing could kick my ass.
Yeah.
The dead thing.
Anything?
There is a pungent, sour smell that fills the room. From the darkened corner of the room, you catch the last moments.
Something that barely cuts through the light as the food is scraped away.
Oh, God almighty.
Oh my gosh.
I have more and I can get you more. But I'd like you to speak to me if you understand. One word. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All you can hear is something satiating itself through whatever means, just throwing back food as you.
Almighty, no, Vaas.
And as you say that, and as you hear the last bit of noise, you catch the last moments of a large rat's body changing with the sounds of breaking bones and stretching flesh. A wiry and twitchy humanoid with thin hair, darting beady eyes, and a long rodent-like snout and spindly elongated fingers that extend into claws lunges towards you.
God, don't trip over your big
Roll
balls
initiative.
on the way up the stairs. Jesus Christ.
I can't stand.
Natural 20.
Yes!
All right.
Wow. That was so lucky. If it was a 1.
I love how he's not even grinning.
Wait,
Rolling
wait,
a natural
he-
20
no,
on
no,
the-
just so smaller
he doesn't
or bigger?
experience
Human
happiness.
emotion.
It sounded like he was like
anger.
unchanging and was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to this little guy and then beat your ass.
Maybe he's just gonna hug you.
I just want to say
We're taking this. We're taking
Thank you.
this
Thanks for the chase.
safe as we can.
he's like, really? I'm a rat man. You bring me cheese? Is that what we're doing now?
All right, what's your
Racist.
what's your total?
Yeah, that was the intention.
I know.
They asked your total.
Yeah.
What is your total?
23.
23.
All right.
No,
Bye.
no, don't grin like that.
All right. Noted.
Did you crit against him again?
You don't know. You'll find out.
Better this than that.
Stay tuned and find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
It's gonna take 30 minutes of them going.
All right. You go first.
Cool.
5-1.
Sweet.
It is not a surprise attack because you were ready for whatever.
Oh,
would
yeah.
happen. Yep.
Yep.
Get
Okay,
out of there.
so this thing is in full rat form.
It is in full.
Wererat.
Wererat
Yes.
form. Okay. Not gonna take me but a turn. Is it within attack of opportunity range?
It is not. It has
Not?
not quite made it up to you
Okay.
yet. It's lunging towards you.
Okay.
God.
Okay. Question.
Yep.
Can I make it up the stairs with movement? Can I make it up the stairs with like movement and bonus action?
Oh,
dash?
absolutely. You can make it just to the top of the stairs with movement alone without bonus action.
Okay, so I'd be able to get into the hatch.
Correct.
This is what I'm going to do with my action then. As it lunges at me, holding the knife out that he gave me. Even though I am internally afraid, I want to look it dead in the eyes and say, "Enough!"
I don't think we went over that in sound check.
Make an intimidation check
Yep.
with disadvantage.
Ooh,
Oh my God! Please be scary.
not as much as I would like. 11.
That's still pretty scary. Yeah, it's still pretty scary.
Um,
What do you roll?
okay. I'll go ahead and give you an insight check, actually.
Okay, you want me to do an insight check?
Sure.
Sure.
Nice.
Pretty good. 19.
You can just like your words, and you watch, and you're just watching his body language, and you can tell that that it's hit that point of hunger, that it is beyond anything but just fueled, hungered, animalistic rage.
Okay.
And it.
Damn, yo.
Okay.
Looks cool as fuck.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
Sure
He
he
could be my
is.
next pet.
Yeah. Boss literally staring it down. It's kind of cute.
I leave the cheese where it is. Move top of the stairs, so I'm right by the hatch.
Yep.
But I told the leaf, it's like, hold 1 second. I want to see what it does with the food and see if it's coming after me.
Okay. All right. You kind of disappear and head upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking down
Will
through
you
the
grab
hatch.
the manor map, please? Thank you.
Oh God!
What is no?
Did you let the rat loose in the house?
No. We've got this.
You've got
You.
I'm
this.
saying if it comes after me,
No
because
one else is there.
I'm at the
No,
top.
Ghost.
No,
Leaf is there.
I'm at the
We
top
had
of the
a great
stairs.
time
I
at
told Leaf to
Trinket
close the
and
hatch. Like I'm like, if this is the hatch. Like if this is the hatch, I'm like at the top floor looking down
This
because I
is
left the
a
basket
lot.
of cheese at the bottom of the stairs. So if he's gonna take it and eat it and just focus on that, I'll still be able to see him.
Okay.
That's what I
Through the
want.
light of the.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay.
Was
Was that tree always there?
Yeah.
All right. It makes its way, and you just hear scampering as it immediately begins taking its way up the stairs.
Okay. Hatch closed.
Your action was to intimidate.
Action was bonus action dash, move.
Yep, and you have no action to close the hatch.
Leaf can close the hatch though, and I asked him to be ready for it.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Shit.
As he does so, he does make its way up the top, and he lunges right at you.
Okay.
Just jerk ass. Throw a baguette down the stairs.
And that is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. So go ahead and you're
Give
going
me a
to
Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage.
No,
Cool.
that's like your whole.
Oh no, that's good.
I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm a terrible.
Okay. Constitution 18.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
This thing rushes up, and the last steps of the cellar latches on to your calf and shin as its mouth opens, and you see these pincers of teeth kind of open up and latch into your flesh. You can kind of feel this strange feeling try to wash over you as you rip your leg out of its mouth.
And as it actually, and then it like reaches and tries to grab onto you again, but you step back and it kind of just swipes away and misses with the gnarled sharp claws
Okay.
that come reaching towards you. All right, that is it. So
Do I know if I resisted the curse or not?
you have no idea.
Okay.
It's all fun and games until the player contracts lycanthropy.
You can be my next pet.
Oh,
You can be her pet rat.
No. You feel a force move past you, and kind of you see as the fur on it, you see this like almost like a jerking motion as something slams up against this creature, but its claws are dug deep into the wood, and it does not go anywhere.
Okay. Alright, I don't know. How close is it to the trap door?
This actually, not that this. Okay. Yeah. So hold on a second. Sorry. To change something real quick. Roll.
Well, this is going well.
And then as there's another just burst of like wind as all of a sudden you see as this just forceful thrust breezes past you and slams into the wererat as it tumbles and topples down the stairs, and you and goes and okay, that. Yep. And it kind of tumbles down and kind of skitters to the thing. And you see the beady red eyes glowing in the darkness as it starts to make its way back up the stairs, and it is your turn.
I'm at the top. Shut.
Okay.
Shut, latch, chain immediately.
Got it. Okay, so you want to spend action, bonus action, everything
Yeah.
to close it and lock it.
Yep.
Okay. Got it. And as you do, there is a immediate thud that slams up against it.
No one's home.
And you actually see as the wood actually begins to splinter.
Oh no! Stand on it.
Okay.
And you hear snarling, muffled snarling, and
gosh.
grunts underneath it.
Leaf sitting on it. Please.
All right. Okay. So, is that its turn to attack the door, essentially?
Essentially.
Okay. All right. It's gonna try to break through it. I get to the other side of the door. Like, I want to be on the other side of the latch, so that when it opens, it does not see me.
Okay.
If I feel it opens.
You're here.
Right hand, armed rapier. Left hand, armed dagger.
Which
Ready
dagger?
action.
Your dagger?
No, the dagger that
dessert
Leaf gave me.
Got it. Okay.
The
Sounds
dessert
good.
knife.
The dessert knife.
Got it.
Readied. And when he comes out, I'm going to thrust with the dagger. Like, I'll only be able to do one, so I thrust with the dagger.
Okay. Are you?
If he breaks through.
Are you hiding, or are you?
This would be a hide, technically,
so make
because
a
I'm
stealth
getting him
check.
out of sight.
Time to cut the cake, bitch.
18.
Good.
Got it. Stealth 18.
Is anybody else like really stressed out right now?
Yes. I feel like our fight was actually a piece of cake.
Again, there's a
7.
thud, but
Yeah.
the wood does not break. As you continue just to wait, ready yourself. You don't know what Leaf is doing. Actually, you do. You actually over here. You actually watch as this bar stool hovers.
I'm ready.
Hit him and pin him if you can.
And there is a crack as the latch snaps and it swings open and comes pouring out. Here.
Immediately.
And as you hiding behind the thing, you lunge out. What are you stabbing with?
I'm stabbing with the knife that
Okay.
was given to me.
All right, roll to attack with advantage because he did not see you.
Sweet.
This is so bad.
So bad.
That's an extra like 30 gold to fix that door.
What's the plus hit on this knife?
It's a normal whatever your
Dagger.
It's a dagger, so
Dagger.
you're proficient with it. So whatever your
Sweet.
dagger is will be
23 to hit.
23 hits. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go, Vaas.
Let's see. He gave
Take
me
him from
a-
80 to 70 pounds.
Yeah. Jab it into it. Does that count sneak attack?
It does.
Excellent.
Get in there.
All right. What's the D? What die
It's a
do I
D4.
use? D4. Sweet.
D4 for dagger, D6 is for your sneak attack.
Yep.
All right. That's 4 points.
Plus your strength, plus your dex modifier.
Oh, 7 points
'Cause
then.
this is you're using this as your only attack. So
Yeah, 7 points of
All right.
damage.
got it. As you stab into it with this knife, you actually hear almost like a hissing sound as you know a hot coal being pressed onto skin. As this knife plunges in and pulls out, you actually see as this like dark, like blood red, almost black blood, spurters out, and as it turns to you. At that time, actually there is a cane with a silver knob at the top actually slams into the back of this beast. Yeah.
We're gonna go buy some stuff. I'm gonna go kill a wererat.
And it hits and slams in, and as he hits again, that the hits with the end of it as it slams onto him. This still hovering in the air as it continues to go in, and it was thrown across the room, and now you see what looks to be a silver tankard hovering.
Just like, okay, where can I find the silver shit in this house?
All right, so that is that. It is now your turn.
Is it prone?
It is not.
Oh my god.
No choice.
Okay.
Oh no.
Rapier is drawn. Question, because I drew Harold's rapier. Does Harold's rapier have any silver lining or anything on it?
Everything.
Thought I would ask.
All of the embellishments, like the gold hilt and
all
all that
fake.
stuff. Yeah.
It's all fake.
So
Damn.
you went after
We
a
both knew.
lycanthrope knowing you had no silver on you?
I didn't intend to fight it.
Like he's passionate. He's not.
And literally, he had silver on him.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Boss,
what are you doing?
Attack. Rapier and then dagger.
Okay, go
as
ahead
my
and roll
bonus
to
action.
attack with the rapier.
Yep. Natural 20.
That's what's
All right. As you stab into it, the rapier actually doesn't even pierce the skin, as it just glides, grades off of it.
Yeah, you had a perfect shot straight to the heart, and you see the rapier take the impact, bend, and then flick off its hide.
Some of the gold cresting chips off.
Okay.
Yep. Does absolutely nothing.
That's what I imagine his expression is. Huh.
Unfortunate. We're at there. Okay. Find the bar.
Ah, the bar! Oh my god.
Our rogue!
This man is pure mayhem.
My buddy!
I wasn't even trying to do anything. I was
I
trying to be
know!
nice.
You were, I was like 100% on board the whole way.
All right. Do I have any idea how much movement this thing has got?
You have no idea.
No idea? All right.
Oh, man!
I'm within attack of opportunity range if I move away from it.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
And disengage is a bonus action.
I could do that. I have to, if any case. Am I within movement range to get anything between myself and it? Either to get out of where I am right now.
I mean, you can
hop
move into
over
the
the bar?
kitchen.
You hop over the bar.
There's a
You can hop over to the
bookshelf.
bar. There is the pantry right there, so you can hide behind the pantry to try and get there, or you can run around the corner into the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Okay?
Is there a door?
There is a door.
Kitchen. Closed door.
No, there's a door not into the kitchen, but there's a door out of that exits. Like there's this door here that exits into the alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay?
Bonus action.
Walk in.
Where's your
Bonus
walkie?
action.
what you doing?
Bonus action. Disengage.
Okay, got it.
All the doors are locked.
15, 20, 25.
It's gonna
Well, it has to
destroy
come
the
outside
bar.
to go upstairs.
Get you there,
That's what it
and-
is.
Destroy
Go
everything.
to open the door and it goes.
And
Locked?
it is locked.
That's what I thought.
It's gonna
Okay.
be more expensive.
Bring it out.
We're gonna
No,
lose
it's
a
okay.
friend.
It's okay. Bonus action.
You've already used your bonus action.
I have
That was to disengage.
That was to
disengage.
disengage. Yep.
Okay.
You have 5 more feet of movement if you want to duck around the corner, or you can stay there. Your choice.
Where am I at?
You're currently right here, and so you could move to here, and that's 5 feet, but you're at 25 movement right now.
Trapping myself if I do that.
Trapped like a rat.
Shut up.
That was awful.
That was
else out.
great.
No, that was awesome.
I gotta take him when I can
Do
get
I
him.
see anything silver here?
You do not.
All right.
You look. You actually look, and across the way you see one other. There's the cane. There was the tankard,
And there's the
and
dessert knife.
and that was it.
You remember searching this place, and you're actually surprised that these things were found. They must have been hidden somewhere.
Dual wield.
Silver in the hand.
Okay, got it.
End of my turn where I am.
All right, sounds good.
That's all that can be done.
All right, it makes its way forward.
No,
Sorry, I
it should
shouldn't.
run out the door.
I can't. Door's locked. I
No,
can
I'm
told
saying
them to.
it should.
No,
Be
that's not what's
free.
going to happen.
Be free, rat face.
And it moves up next to you.
You see the tankard swing in its direction, and as it's crawling towards you, leaps down and starts running on all fours as the tankard swings above it.
Okay.
No! Leave! We're in a bar. I'm not exactly.
It lunges with its mouth and snaps, and you kind of duck and kind of move, kind of using the entryway and the cutting table next to you, kind of as a kind of butting your body as it's snapping, and you're just barely staying out of its grasp, as it then brings a claw up to try and kind of just grab at you, to just try to get some form of flesh in its mouth.
Okay.
But again, you're just so deftly able to just move and duck and dodge and move
Gotcha.
out of the way.
I want to say that's 3 2s I rolled in.
Sweet.
Dude, I need blood pressure medication.
I'm dying!
All right. As this happens, you watch as the tankard moves up, and again, forcefully, this tankard, this symbol of a bar, just slams into the back of this entity, this wererat, and just. But it's like moving so fast and trying to get you, it misses. It doesn't connect. It is now your turn.
Back against the wall. I can't disengage from this position.
You
and move
cannot.
out, can I?
But
Okay.
you are flanking with Leaf.
Hey,
You
that's
have
what's
advantage
up.
on the attack, which means you have sneak attack.
Yeah, use the knife as the main attack, man.
I look at this thing in front of me, and any facade I had before drops, and I let loose with this horrific laugh right in its face. All right, bilge thing. I'm taking you to the 9 hells with me. Charge in and
Okay.
attack as
All right.
many times as I can with the silver knife.
Once.
Once.
With advantage.
Once
With
with advantage,
advantage.
with feeling.
And because you're flanking, you will get your sneak attack.
Sweet. This will probably hit 20.
20 hits.
Oh, thank God.
Stab him with your steely knife.
It better not be Steely.
6 points slashing damage.
Got it.
Does that have modifiers on it?
Oh, yes. 9 points slashing
Got it.
damage. Bonus
Again,
action.
you hear the hiss as this blade cuts through its skin like butter. You see a small bit of silvery smoke pour out of it.
As you go to realizing that you don't have anything in your offhand, you actually look up as a cane flips over the wererat straight towards you. You grab it, bring it down with your bonus action attack for your offhand. Go ahead and attack
Cool.
with the
Go.
cane in your
Advantage.
offhand. Still with advantage because you still have.
Natural 20.
Nice. You roll 2d6. Or sorry, you're gonna roll a d6. One of those is already maxed.
So you have
Those are
6
max.
base.
6 base.
10.
So just that.
Just 10?
Yep, nothing because it's your offhand. So
10
and
points
it is
of
considered
damage.
a light weapon. It's not a finesse weapon, so you won't ever be able to get your sneak attack with the cane.
So it's
but
not
you can
13,
use
it's
it.
just 10?
Just 10.
Just
Just
10
10.
damage then.
Yep.
Yeah. You hear it crack as you see a bit of its face cave in a little bit as there's this indention that seems to be smoking a little bit. And again, as
I look it said in the eye and said, what pain you're feeling now when you get to the hells will be nothing compared to what I will do to you now.
And as you lean in, it reaches up with its claws and grabs you by the side of the face. Its claws digging into the side of your neck. You're going to take
I love being interested.
4 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
As it then brings you in and attempts to bite straight into your face.
No! Don't do that, though!
But what if you didn't?
But yeah,
22 to hit.
Yep.
I need you to make another Constitution saving throw as you
Cool.
take 6 points of piercing damage.
I don't like it.
I'm dead.
No, you take 3
Yeah.
points of
3?
piercing damage.
Can you dodge?
No,
sorry,
not at
sorry.
this
Okay,
level.
it's okay.
No. 17 on the con save.
Got it? All right.
But that 3 takes me down.
Okay, so and as it tears into you, you crumple and go down. as this thing just looks over you, and like your blood rushing down the fur on its gnarled maw, as it just relishes in the taste of your blood.
And the front door opens.
We're fighting creepy and face ladies.
Yeah.
And as this happens, a tankard slams down onto it.
And the last thing you see before passing out is its head being caved in as it slops down, and your locked eyes into it as you watch its life fade away.
As you watch as repeatedly this
As
tankard
I
just
feel
slams into its
When
head.
is my death approaching, I die satisfied, knowing I drag it to the 9 hells with me.
Make death saves.
Oh, sweet God Almighty, let us come in!
5 on the first one.
5. Okay.
Do you...
You have a death wish.
No, I really don't. I didn't want any of this to happen.
Nobody wanted this to happen.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
Never split from
Okay.
the party.
All right, as you have no potions on you, right? Because
He's at 0 hit points.
He's at base
I'm at
0.
Yeah,
0.
you
You're at
dealt
0.
3 damage.
you don't have to roll death save.
Okay.
You are unconscious.
You are unconscious.
Okay.
I love
I'm unconscious.
No, that wasn't
then.
me.
And
Yeah.
with
That was
that,
Thank you,
in
chat.
note,
Okay.
0 hit points.
0 points.
As this thing falls before you, and fades, its soul fades before your eyes locked with it as you pass out. We're gonna take a break.
Oh my God.
I don't want to take a break.
Thank you guys so much. We'll be back shortly. What's our subscriber count currently at?
51.
51. All right, wait. Twitch.
Okay.
It's that. Yep.
Remember to renew.
Renew your Twitch subscription. We lost about 9 subscribers.
Renew or I'll die.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes or so.
15 minutes.
So thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you. Wow, that was intense.
Welcome back.
Man, that was intense.
We come back to Seisha. Happily making your way over
With the children
with
in
the
tow.
children in tow.
So you guys can come in and play with your new toys and forget about everything that happened in that shop, okay?
Okay, as you make your way around back, so I'm assuming you're taking them back upstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you make your way back down the street, passing by the sign with the books and the dragon,
The bookworm's treasure.
passing through and down and making your way around the back and up into the second floor as you take them back to their...
As you all are going, something just of note. You see an amoebic swarm of color undulating and moving through the sky, as a flock of birds just kind of are hovering around one of the townhomes.
Is it nearby? Is it?
Yeah, it's actually almost literally across the street from your tavern.
Is it? It's not Follow's place.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, Follow would be directly across. Townhouses right next to it.
This is kind of lame to ask, but can I roll perception to see if I see my crows up there? I
You
say my
see-
crows like they're not, like
You
they're
see
mine.
a smattering myriad
Okay.
of birds of many different types.
So it's a possibility, sure. Okay.
Can I roll perception as we're walking past to glance in the window, like maybe right there?
Why?
Oh.
Because it's our house. Just a glance in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine, check.
my
Maybe say,
perception
like-
rolls.
Actually, it would be your passive
It
perception.
would be your
Passive?
passive
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you wouldn't be initially
That's going to
looking.
be a 14.
14?
Nothing catches your eye from the outside as you make your way around and up the stairs and making your way
Because they're on the ground.
kind of back towards here and then around to the backside, up to the second story, and you
Take the kids
take
up.
the kids up and
Get them settled in.
Yep, get them settled in and
Bus!
sure everybody is with
Yeah,
Seisha and the
absolutely.
kids.
Yeah, everybody catches up because you all left at intervals, but the kids were walking slow enough and kind of mesmerized by
I have the little
their toys
toy.
as well as the experience that they just
I
witnessed.
shake it and I'm like, do you want the kids to play with you?
Maybe?
I immediately,
Just
oh,
a
it looks
hard
like a yes as I shake it and hand it to one of them.
You see Pixel kind of like moving her head with the ball and takes it.
You ask it questions and then you shake it and it answers them. Yes or no.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that means I'm in a good mood.
You're moved.
Blue, green.
What color's mine?
Are you happy?
purple.
It's like a. Are you happy?
Well,
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling conflicted after that memory I had lodged in my brain.
It actually
But I'm
creates.
trying to stay in a good mood.
It creates a swirling of colors that seem to be layered.
I think it means I'm happy.
She takes it, she asks it a question, and then kind of gives it a perplexing look. And with that, Fala says, "Thank you for the adventure.
Thank you for the help.
I'm going to go back, run my shop."
Hey, we owe you.
Yes.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Seems we're saying that a lot. Thank you.
Neighbors help each other out.
Agreed.
Sometimes camaraderie and just being neighborly is worth more than gold.
Absolutely.
Can I roll an insight check?
Of course.
I don't buy that. Not for a second.
Oh, shit.
The true treasure wasn't the people we found along the way. It's gold.
11.
11? It's still not really hard to read. Can't get a firm grasp, but it's definitely leaning more towards the side of being truthful. And they offer you the bow once again. Stand up and walk away.
Cool.
You are inside. You're calling for Vaas.
So where are you guys going? Do you guys follow upstairs? Do you?
Well, we're just hanging out with them. So when
Anybody know what room Voss picked?
which room's the darkest? And I go start looking around.
Well, the basement, but there's a wererat in there, and nobody would be dumb enough to go down there.
No, no one would be dumb enough to go down
Right?
there.
Well, while you guys figure that out, I'm gonna go check on Leaf, and then I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay. So you guys start looking around the house, and you putting away your new finds next to Bob Bush, checking
so
on
I got
Bob.
Bob Bush up by the window. And then I hold on to the torch because it's a gift for Vaas because he has trouble lighting fire sometimes.
Okay.
You have no
And
way
then,
of knowing that.
and then I still have my mood ring on, and I put my little conch shell next to Bob.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice and homely.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
There's the kids with Seisha.
I'm gonna follow Harold because I have questions for him.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So you follow Harold down the stairs, and
Which door do you go to?
Yep.
I just go straight downstairs. I'm not actually gonna search for the rooms.
No. Which?
Oh,
There's the pantry entrance back door behind the bar. There's the kitchen entrance and the front door.
isn't there just stairs leading down?
No.
No.
No,
the stairs-
There's
Stairs go
no
down
way
the
up.
outside.
There's. Yep.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's
So
super
the
cool.
closest
Okay.
door would be the back door.
Yeah. Well, then-
Unless
So
is
we
there a door on the
haven't
side?
been downstairs. We took the outside stairs
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah, you've
So,
always.
I'll
you've
take
never
the,
been inside the
The
downstairs.
pantry
floor.
door. That seems
That's
to be the
why
door
I was
take,
like, how
so.
did we bypass that?
Yep. There is no stairs leading up to the second floor from the.
I see. So the only doors that were locked were the ones on this floor. Because
Correct.
Leaf would know. Got
Correct.
it. Okay. So yeah, I'll just go. We'll take the pantry door.
Okay. So as you make your way up and kind of up the little couple steps that lead up to the pantry, door's locked.
Did you lock this door?
I thought you did.
Why would I? Why?
Because it's the place where we keep our stuff. Try
I
the
don't
door
have a
again.
key.
You do remember that this is actually the first time you guys have gone through this door, minus the very first time you entered this tavern.
Okay. I'll I'll
it's
kind of
still
knock
locked
on the
from
window and be like, "Hey, Leaf, buddy, did you lock us out? Thanks, dude." And I'll open up the door.
And as you open the door, you actually feel a shove that pushes you towards the kitchen.
Whoop. Okay, all right, okay.
And as you
Clearly-
kind of stumble and you look down at two bodies there is a...
There's a man wearing tattered, ratted clothes that are dingy, dirty, just completely refused. And he has an indentation of his skull as it seems to be bashed in. You see a stab wound in his back shoulder as he's laid out looking at another man in dark clothes with red pants, looks dingy, he's wearing gloves, slick black hair, and a scar down his chin.
And you see gash marks across his face and puncture marks in his neck that is bleeding.
And I see that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to pull Harold by the collar of his shirt and say, go get Seisha.
He immediately takes your hand off his shoulder.
And
like,
I move past him. And
he's like,
down
no,
the
shut the door behind us. And they shut the door, and I look around, and I'm like, we don't know if he fucking murdered this guy. We can't have the watch.
You also see that the hatch that was on the other side, you look back now, is broken open, splintered and sundered.
Okay.
Can I make a medicine check on Vaas?
You can.
I am going to...
15.
Stable, but hurt bad.
Shallow breath.
Leaf, is that thing out, or is...
You see an arrow drawn in dust towards the
body.
man.
Now I'm going to get Seisha, and I'm going to rush back upstairs.
Under my breath, I say, I'm glad he wasn't dying.
I'm done setting up my room, so I leave to go see how Seisha and the kids are doing, just hanging out.
V makes way there.
What's up?
Declan's quiet again. Like he's not really playing with anything. He's kind of gone to the bed and just kind of what he's seen again affected him pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
I'm gonna
harshly.
give him. I have some candy that Vaas gave me, and I'm gonna give some of it to like Declan and try to make him feel better.
Okay. He'll take it and just kind of
Some
nods.
candy. Oh,
think
don't
it's
spoil
broken.
your dinner. That was a terrible joke.
He smiles.
Right.
What's wrong with it?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. You're welcome. Sorry, things got weird at the store.
Seems to follow us.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say that. It's normally not how stores go. But
Are
at
we
least we were
cursed?
there to help you.
What did it say?
Outlook unsure. It just keeps giving me maybes.
It's an 8-ball that only says maybe.
Well, the future is always uncertain.
Ask again
Nothing is
later.
set in stone.
That's dumb.
But it means you get to set your own future. You get to decide your own destiny.
Well, sometimes it's nice if somebody just tells you what to do.
Hey! Hi.
Hi, Harold.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Oh, let me see it. Should you guys come downstairs right now? Oh, look at that, it says yes.
What?
All right, you guys wait here. We'll be back in a
Stay
minute.
right here, okay?
But the ball said yes.
Yeah, but it was talking about us.
Was it talking about them? Maybe.
Here, let me see it. Let me see it.
Here.
Was
Well,
it talking
while
about
she's playing with them, I'm gonna sneak out the door.
Was he talking about the kids as well? No. See, it says no. Okay.
Shake it off a little.
She looks up.
As
You
soon
guys are
as we're
gone.
out the door and I shut it behind us, Vaas, the thing got out.
What thing?
The thing in the basement got out. Vaas found it, and I'm pretty sure they're both real messed up. One of them's dead. Not Vaas, I think.
She takes off running.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will go after her.
Fair.
Down the stairs,
Yeah.
around, bust opens through the door, and you see.
What are you doing?
I'm applying bandages to the lacerations on his throat and
Okay,
face.
make a medicine check. Oh, okay.
You didn't throw it right.
Would you do? Stick your unwashed fingers in his wounds?
It's actually, that's what's holding you back. You realize that the amount of blood that is here, and the weirdness that the almost rash that looks to be growing around these wounds makes you feel like you don't want to touch it, especially if you don't know how that transfers. So you kind of go to wrap, and you daintily wrap this thing around it, but it's not putting pressure on the wound, it's not doing anything like that.
And
Fet.
door's already open. You come
right.
running up the stairs and up the back door by the pantry, and you immediately see the two figures laying on the ground. You see Vinley laying over Vaas, kind of gently putting bandages on his face.
Yeah, no, hell no. I'm running over and scooping him up in like a big bear hug and pumping all 5 remaining points of lay on hands into him.
Okay. Are you doing 5 healing?
Yes.
Or are you using the alternative 5 points to...
Oh yeah, how about that?
Well, what do you know?
New abilities to learn.
I am panicking, so I'm thinking I'm going to do the 5 points of healing.
Okay.
And once things settle and I've rested, maybe we'll examine other
We'll look at
avenues.
Fair. Okay. Voss. Life breathes back into you. Feel a warm glow.
Do I feel the knife in my fingertips?
It is loose.
Grab immediately whatever's on me, stab immediately into it with a ah!
As you stab into this thing, go and make an attack.
It's probably ain't gonna hit you, actually. Maybe. No, it doesn't. 20.
That's right.
Do you have your shield out right now?
No, I do not.
What is your armor class without your shield?
That's what, 2 points? Yeah, that hits.
All right.
I'm 19.
Roll damage. No sneak attack. Just the D4 plus your Dex mod.
For 7 points of damage.
Jeez!
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Ow!
Coming
Y'all
back.
gotta stop
As this-
attacking
Don't let
each
go.
other.
Yeah, as this sinks into her shoulder.
You feel like you hit, like you boom, and then you feel metal on your hand hits metal.
You look up and you see glowing eyes.
Fuss, please be okay, please be okay, Fuss, please be okay.
Hearing her voice, I let go of the knife and just go limp. And immediately my eyes are searching for the body.
You see it right where it was.
Fuss, please be okay, please be okay, please be okay.
Stop.
What happened? Did it get loose?
I overestimated myself, it seems. I thought I could speak with it, and it was beyond being diplomatic.
I say the diplomacy worked just fine. Looking at the body.
I'm gonna
I
reach back and pull the knife out of
You
my
can't
back.
reach it where it is. Yeah, it's.
Could you do me a favor?
What?
Can you pull the knife out of my back?
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, I got it. I'm at a better angle. I'm at a better angle.
Thanks.
1,
I went to
2,
medical
and
school.
yank it. Okay, all right, you drop this. It's ooh, hey, I was gonna use this later.
I clean it before he hands it back to him because I don't want him touching
I do
Sage's
take it
blood.
back.
As you cast prestidigitation, and it wisps away all of the blood from Seisha and whatever other blood was crusted onto it at this point. Also, the patina starts to fade away, and you hand Voss a perfectly polished silver
Knife.
I take it. I'm sorry. I seem to have fallen again. I, on shaky legs, attempt to stand.
It's rough.
I'll
but
help
you
him
do.
up. Yeah.
Voss, you killed the monster in the basement. I think you're allowed.
No, we did.
Who's we?
Is there somebody else here? Are we about to be robbed?
No, leave.
And you see in the dust. Hi.
Leave. Wow, we really are a team now.
I wanted to say I was sorry, and I thought I could help.
You did.
You did, but
You're pretty
don't.
much the best exterminator I've ever met.
But don't do that alone again.
In the dirt, you see dope.
Dope.
I underline it.
Dope.
I need a priest, cleric, something like that. I don't know if I'm infected with it.
I'm taking.
I need one of those too because I'm currently really burnt.
I'm taking him to the Font of Knowledge.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
That's the library in the city that's a temple for
You know
Oghma.
what it is.
Oh, I do.
As she's saying this, you're like, oh, of
Oh
course.
yeah, all right, got it. Yeah.
It's the Temple of Oghma, the largest library in the city.
Okay, got it.
You're actually now they're saying that it's actually like really, really close with the college you went to.
Oh,
and
nice.
many people that graduate from the college, if they want to adventure in a different path, they continue either devoting themselves to Oghma or performing at certain times of day.
Cool. Awesome. Probably don't want that college to see me again, but yeah, we should go there.
Sort of hoist him up and throw his arm over my shoulder and come on, let's go. Walk out to the street.
Going to let the kids know before we all go. I'm going with you, and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go after them and be like, we gotta tell the kids we're gonna be gone. We can't.
I guess
Meet
we
us
can
there.
do that.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
The
We're
door,
here too.
as you go to leave, the door closes
Yeah, I
in
haven't
front of you,
moved.
Oh shit.
and it just says, body, question
Yeah,
mark.
that's why I haven't moved.
I look down at it. We could mount
Throw it in the basement. We'll deal with it later.
Door opens.
We could mount its head on the wall.
Door opens.
Yeah, it closed right before anyone could leave. So
Is that what form it's in right now?
No,
No.
it is a man.
It's
It is a man.
It's a man.
Yep.
It is a man.
It's a dude.
I am
It's a dead man.
You want to drag
The
it
door's
to the
open.
basement?
Yep.
Dragging him out to the street and
I want to drag it.
I don't want
feeling
to touch
a
it.
No.
carriage.
You're not touching it?
I'll touch it. I'll touch
kidding?
it, guys.
Look at the thing on Vaas's neck.
It's dead though, right?
It did that while it was alive, V. What is it gonna do when it's dead?
Be
We're
dead.
harvesting bacteria.
I'll get a rag.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, get a rag.
So, is there any cloth, fabric, anything
The
around?
only cloth and fabric was the rotted stuff that's kind of holding whatever's left in the pantry. That's not really.
You know what I say? I say we just make a chalk outline and then come back and then we'll move it out of the chalk outline,
Oh,
right?
you can kick
kick
it.
it, just
You can
kick
just kick it. I guess I'll strength check kick.
You're carrying boss outside.
Wait, are you going to strength check kick
Wait.
it?
Let
Wait,
me see.
what if I just drag it and then you clean me?
Fair.
Okay.
Done.
All right, that happens.
Done.
So I
Easily
drag
move it.
it, throw it back in
Yep.
the basement, close the door, and I'm like, clean me, clean me, clean me, clean
I
me.
clean you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Who
And there
else?
is no
Alright,
door,
so-
right? Or it's just
There's
the latch
there's
broken?
now a broken, splintered hatch.
Yep. It
Okay.
can't like it doesn't
I will-
close properly.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Because I've seen this spell sap like life energy. Can I cast Chill Touch on it to see if it makes it look decomposed?
You cast it and it doesn't because there's actually a spell called Decompose.
Oh, interesting.
So when we see that the chair is like when we see like the door is kind of bent and not closed, I just kind of
Is there anything
take
heavy
a
we
chair
can
and
put
set
on
it
top
on
of it?
top.
Okay, got it.
And I just like, all right, let's go.
No, I think we can find something heavier.
I slide a table on top of it.
Okay, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're actually impressed by Harold's strength because it seems like he's lifting and moving this table all by himself.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys are all outside and you see.
You make your way up to talk to the kids and you notice that both of them are actually fast asleep.
Oh,
Perfect.
good.
You see Pixel's actually holding the with like a scowl on her face, the 8-ball.
in one hand, the moonstone in the other.
Perfect. Awesome.
Alright.
I will set my canary in the room with the crows. I will immediately open its cage so it can hang out with the crows.
It can't leave the cage.
It can't leave the cage.
Yes.
Perfect.
Super.
I'll leave it up there.
Okay.
The crows will be interested in it.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
I'll head back down.
Got it.
Leaf, lock the door behind us and don't open it for anyone but us 5, including the woman that lives here.
Already on it.
Thank you. I like him.
Closes, locks.
You really want that woman to see a dead body if she were just to
We
happen
threw
down
it in
there,
the basement.
see a broken door, and be like, oh, what the fuck's down there?
You
Like,
really think she's
literally
gonna be like,
everyone in
what
this
the
group
fuck's
has
down there?
What did you do with the drum?
I played it. What do you do with drums?
Put
You
it.
buy them, take them home, and play them.
Well, I'm glad I didn't do that. All right, let's go.
And you all see Seisha holding Vaas, one arm wrapped over the other. She's holding out a hand trying to hail the carriage. And it's about the time that you guys walk up that one finally stops by, looks, and goes, "My lords, what has happened?"
Our friend's been injured. We need to get to the font of knowledge.
They're really tight pants, made a rash.
He gives you a very quizzical look. Just hasted?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Hasted.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna have to charge double.
I understand.
Got it. And you guys take off.
Head to the castle ward.
And it is going to be 4 silver.
Got it?
Still somewhat delirious, kind of laying back, and there's. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to.
Look, if you keep apologizing, it's really gonna freak me out. That's
Yeah.
okay. Like, it's weird to hear you apologize in the first place, but genuinely, actually, no jokes, it was pretty badass. And it's a good thing you did.
Thanks.
He thanked me too. He really is sick.
I used to be so much stronger. And then I kind of lean back and sleep.
Does the carriage ride
Well.
qualify as a short rest?
You don't know anything about these
It
guns?
only will take about 15,
tickets
maybe
now
20
on
minutes at
sale.
most. And that's because he's trying to book it even
Yeah.
through these winding
Fine.
streets. You make your way from the North Ward back down into the top of the Castle Ward. The Font of Knowledge, Oghma's temple in Waterdeep, is located in the Castle Ward at the site of a former group of warehouses. In particular interest to the city is the Great Library. This 3-story stone and timber structure rests just south of Sword Street.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Adjacent to the Halls of Justice, the name of the Temple of Tyr, which is a beautifully constructed Grecian architectural complex that holds most of the prominent of faith in Waterdeep. Past the market square in the northern end of the castle ward, past 2 of the sleeping stone titans that watch over the city, petrified in their current state. Just northeast of the Blackstaff Tower is a titan in its own right. A building as beautiful as it is brilliant. A storage of stories, history, love, heartbreak, triumph, failure, hope, despair, right, wrong, good, evil, truth, and lies. Every aspect of humanity riddled down into an endless amount of words, a sanctuary for literature and those that seek knowledge, the lording library of splendors and the font of knowledge. This is the Temple of Oghma, a growing, evolving, ever-changing organism of learning encased in beautiful architecture of a white marbled Gothic cathedral.
To say this place is awe-inspiring and breathtaking in its entirety would almost be an insult to its beauty. The twin bell towers that lord over the marbled ziggurat steps to the Gothic arch double doors, etched with greetings in every language, gives you pause as they look to be plated in gold and bathe in the summer light of the sun. A sunlight that illuminates and permeates through a massive arch-stained window depicting the 4 muses of Oghma: music, poetry, literature, and history. Each one a beautiful, enchanting woman draped in a colorful, flowing gown as they sit and craft their artistry across the countless scrolls that encompass the remaining entirety of the glass painting. 2 intimidatingly large tan scroll-like banners wave in the wind with the silver lettering outlined in black that reads, "The Font of Knowledge."
They're gonna kick me out 10 seconds in, guaranteed.
I just wanted to come here.
Wait, you wanted to come here? I thought this was like your place.
I've dreamt about this since I was a little girl.
Well, that's understandable, looking at this place.
All right, let's get him inside.
Yep. All right. Try not to drag your feet on the steps, man. I don't want to leave any scuffs.
It's all right, I got it.
As you enter, you're taken aback by the amount of people residing within the grand halls of the library. Although a large congregation of people, the sound here never seems to raise above a murmur. A myriad of finely carved, occupied desks illuminated by the dancing prismatic array of colors washing in through the stained glass fill the central interior nave. Every inch of the temple is carved in white howlite stone marbled with bright blue veining. Every metalled piece, from desk lamps to railings to side room chandeliers, seem to be polished in silver. To the left and right are aisles below a walkway that echoes the layout underneath. There are multiple roundabout side chapels filled with fully stocked bookshelves from the floor to ceiling. It is hard to tell what the third story holds from this vantage point, but it's easy enough to tell it is not as populated, nor does it house any stock kept literature. What does catch your attention is the immaculately painted vaulted and domed ceilings. You stand and stare in bewilderment as you marvel at its beauty. After a minute or two, you begin to notice a story being weaved in the mural. In the center of the largest domed cupola above the bay concave pit, about 5 feet deep, filled with people casually reading amongst lounge pillows and the apex entity that the story weaves around.
We need some help. We need some help.
You see a bunch of eyes look towards you, and a lore keeper dressed in white robings with blue accents, blue cape, and silver trim, and a scroll with arcane runes just hand-stitched and woven through it with a silver thread. Walks up.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the robes that he's wearing resemble the robes of the things we fought?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
Surprise! Your church is evil.
Oh, darn.
Well, shucks.
So, this person walks up. How can I help you? What's happening?
My friend.
The rat bit me.
And I lift my shirt, and also pretty
That's a-
horribly.
Big rat. What?
It was a wererat, like a lycanthrope.
I need to know if I've been cursed.
Let me go get a lore master.
Thank you.
Wait here.
The lore master.
Yes.
Right. It's not funny. That's his actual name.
While you wait, and you guys are staring at the ceiling, would anybody like to make a history check or just kind of take it in? Rule of two. So,
I will assist her.
okay,
That's what I think.
Would you like
got it.
that?
So if you would
I
like
can
to
assist
roll
you,
with
yeah.
advantage,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's 15.
I'll
Okay,
take
cool.
the 17. And what was this?
History
History 20.
Dirty 22.
or religion, either
Yeah.
one.
So two of you are either rolling religion, and you want to roll. So
History.
you two are rolling religion. You're rolling history because I saw 4 people roll.
Oh, she was rolling my advantage die. I was just
I
letting her roll
I
a
was
die.
assisting her.
Got
Yes.
Yeah.
For she's taking history, so you want to take religion,
Fine.
or do you guys want to switch it?
Well, what's
No.
your...
My history is better than my religion, so I'd like to stick with history.
Oh, so is hers.
Okay, got it. The ceiling. You would expect it to depict a jovial, beautiful man weaving the stories around him. Yet, it is not. It is a very tall, yet unremarkable being. One whose shadowed features seem neither young nor old, neither male nor female, despite its long white beard. The hooded robe they wear is black and dotted by a million stars, moons, and colored by nebulous, arranged in a not quite perceivable pattern, but which had a beautiful and harmonious feel. It looks as if the semblances of a disembodied face and hands are reaching out from the heavens in the center of this cupola. What was your religion?
18.
18.
Yours?
Your history.
Oh, mine was 20.
Got it.
Okay.
So the religion, that is Ao, also known as the Overgod, the Hidden One, or the Watcher in other religious texts. He rules over the pantheon of Toril. Not much else is known about him, and this is the only depiction of him that anyone, including yourself, has ever described. And you know it's not a very old description.
Interesting.
Yes. History.
Yes.
Before you, illustrated across the ceiling, is the mural tellings of history known as the Time of Troubles. About 140 years ago, where the gods of hatred and death stole an ancient artifact that created the balance between law and chaos, as well as other alleged things that bind the cosmos. In doing so, all the gods were punished and stripped of their power, cast out and forced to live among mankind as mortals. This caused a lot of chaos throughout the realms, as all divine magic seemingly halted, as well as arcane, as the weave was shut off from the mother of magic. The atonement was paid, but at the cost of more than a few slain gods. However, legend has it that many of the new gods were once mortals chosen by the Watcher.
I'm going to mutter that to anybody who's listening.
Meanwhile, I am talking to the nearest lady who worked there and just being like, so anyway, they look pretty good on me, these pants, but I think they look even better on you.
And you see her like bring out a notebook and start kind of jotting this down. What do they look like?
Well, first of all, they're purple.
Seems to be a theme. It's about this time that you guys are talking about and breaking down this mural of this enchanting story of the Time of Troubles where Ao, the Overgod, cast out all of these beings. And you can see now that each one of them has a symbol of a different deity. A woman walks up. Her robings are more intricately layered, as she has 2 scroll bindings that roll over her shoulders. Everything's etched in silver with blue accents. She has a capelet, and her head straight over with a blue headscarf as well.
I've made sure to pull out my holy symbol by this point.
Okay.
Okay.
I will also pull out my holy symbol at that point from my necklace of holy symbols.
I
Penny from the mummy.
Yes.
I totally forgot.
No,
about
I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting on it.
And I see you do that, I'm like, oh yeah, and I pull out a huge thing of necklaces of like, what's that? Okay.
I'm impressed.
As she comes up, she pulls the hood down, and her hair is a deep, almost like an ivory black, that is braided in pigtails that comes down and kind of hangs, almost going with the scrolls. She kind of looks and smiles, but then kind of looks a little nervous at you, at seeing your condition as you hold up, but seeing the holy symbol around your neck, says, "Greetings. I am Savant Sonata Lycianum. Welcome.
Thank you.
What is going on?"
My friend here was attacked by a lycanthrope, and
I see.
his wounds
Bring him over.
are festering.
Let's
Carry him over.
brings you to one of the, like, kind of the, still keeping you towards the front, but bringing you over to the side, away from everyone. She actually set him down here. And
I slowly sit or lay.
it's up to you.
I lay down.
Yeah. I've had a rough day.
She begins to cast, and almost like scribing, and like as she moves her fingers, you actually see like almost arcane energy move, or divine energy move about, and kind of almost create words and symbols that fade away as she does it. And as it does, more and more a scroll begins to appear in front of her. And as she does this, she kind of pushes it out and it washes over you. You can make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck?
And this process takes about 10 minutes.
16.
Identify.
I'm going to lean over to Seisha.
It's
and be
very
like,
different than how you do it.
Hey, that thing she did looked a lot like what you did.
And she washes it over you, and it kind of goes over you. There's like a little tingling sensation, but it's not painful or anything. It's just odd. And she goes, well, good news. I do not believe that you are inflicted with the curse. But you are quite wounded, and
in a word, you're perforated.
but it is nothing a good night's sleep won't remedy.
Thank you.
And you know, like the magic from Seisha has closed up the wounds on your face. There's no scarring or anything like that. Still bits of dried blood caked on here, but most of the actual like scarring is gone away. But that is troublesome. I hope it was not somewhere in the city open, in the city proper.
It was trapped in our basement.
That is also troubling, but it is known to happen. They are known to find themselves into open ways, especially basements that lead to the sewers. Was it a wererat by chance?
It was.
It was, yes. That makes sense. They are actually quite common here in the city.
Really?
Oh,
They are. They are. It is. Don't know why or how, but they are. They tend to populate the sewers, and any basement dwellings or cellars they can scurry into to find sleep or even food. Here
Do
and
they
there.
still have human minds? I don't know anything about
Of course,
lycanthropes.
they do. They are cursed, but they are not bestial. They can still talk and communicate. They are. It is a curse. Some of them can control it, some of them can't, but that's about as much as my knowledge on them goes. There are books here if you want to research them more, but you're more than welcome to.
I think maybe another time would be a good time to
No,
research.
wait.
But we can take a look around the rest of the place anyway.
Are you I noticed you wear the symbol.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
am
do.
a seeker of
I
knowledge.
see that as well.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Okay.
You are a weaver of words, are you not?
I am, occasionally, here and there.
Just noticing the accordion on your
Right,
back
yeah.
and the drum on your hip,
The
The
mask
two drums I
and
have.
mask
yeah.
on your.
The
It's
mask
like,
on your shoulder, your flamboyant persona.
she nods behind her to the center. Where?
Take it. That's
Get
Dylan's
out the
voice.
so-and-so map.
So as she motions towards the center,
There's an area closer to the back where sermons would be conducted and a choir of bards would play that sits 5 foot above the rest of the basilica atop a lofty set of stairs. At the top, near the stair line, rest 2 pools of cool, clear water in stone baths at either side of the chorus. The elevated chancel of this cathedral rests beneath a clear dome of iron and glass as the sun shines its holy radiance down upon the literal pedestal of faith. A pedestal where a 15-foot statue rests at the top of a short pillar of stairs at the far back of the chancel, a glorified, pristine, white marbled effigy of an enchantingly handsome human man. He's dressed in a Baroque embellished half-plate. He rests comfortably on a rock with his legs crossed and perched, elevating one over the other. And with jester-like belled shoes to your eye level as it rests on the other knee. In his lap, he plays a 6-string yarding lute. Jovially, as you see his infectious grin upon the suave and majestic Lord of Knowledge, Oghma.
That's the guy I could get behind.
he is the storyteller, and it is. We hold bards close to us, as they are the ones who weave stories throughout the lands.
Oh. Okay. Well.
My best friend's a bard.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I will like immediately put out my fist, just.
You see a couple of people walking by,
And you see,
smile
and she
look
kind of
over.
looks at you and goes, "It is a pleasure. I believe I have never had the honor of meeting you, but it is an honor and a pleasure to be in your acquaintance, Lady Gathala."
Is that obvious? That I guess you knew. I guess there's not many Goliaths in the
You are the
city.
only family,
Yep.
and we are the Temple of Knowledge.
Well, thank you. Sorry, this is my first time here.
It's all right.
It's a little overwhelming.
We probably should have been here like sooner some other time. I've always meant.
Yeah, I mean,
To go
everybody
by.
wants to come
She
here.
holds
I
her hand up.
just-
It is all right. It is all right. The library is not for everyone, and we understand that.
No, I mean,
But it is always open.
thank you.
And
Thanks.
she kind of nods her head to each of you.
If I may, I need to speak with someone about something that happened recently that I don't understand.
Well, this is the place for that. The place for understanding. May I ask your name, child?
Seisha Valispard.
Seisha. It is a pleasure.
It's an honor.
I see he has touched your graces.
I think so. Recently, we were fighting against some abominations, some undead. And I just sort of lost myself in the fight. And my sword started glowing, and I'm told my eyes were glowing, and I don't
I see.
understand.
Well, many things technically have glowing eyes. It's actually very achievable through willpower of faith in some that practice the divine arts, be it intentional or not, though through the use of thaumaturgy as well. Moreover, there are also dark forces whose hate shines through the windows of their souls and causes them to emanate luminescence of their corruptions. I'm not saying this is you, I'm just saying that is something that is also possible. But I could not be sure without seeing it firsthand. Is this something that you believe that you can show me now? Perhaps I can have a better understanding of what it is.
You should totally do it.
I could try.
I give a wide berth.
Yeah, I do too. I'm like, well, okay, all right. And I'll go to the lady I was talking to and like nudge her in the arm where she's clearly not paying any attention to me. Like, hey, check this out.
Would you prefer this to be private? Of course, of course.
I mean, they can come. They've already seen it, but there's a lot of people here.
I understand. Right this way.
The transept of this temple is cut seemingly short by walled-off chambers to the east and west on either side of the raised chapel. You notice a few people coming and going, as well as some of the clergymen and women escorting them. It looks to be private rooms of worship or any other private ceremony you would want presided over by a member of the church. To the north, east, and northwest, there are apsidal chapels, medium-rounded rooms, where seemingly older books are resting. The tomes here are all leather-bound, showing age and use. Through the creases and loose fittings of the bindings, the area, although still open to the public, is warded over by clergies who ensure proper care and use of the albums. To the north, you see a gated axial chamber chapel. On either side of the doorway is stained glass, each depicting a cherub, holding a scroll. One reads, "Read not to contradict and refute others, but to weigh and consider oneself." The other simply reads, "Knowledge maketh whole, art maketh soul." Beyond the gated entryway, you see the marble bust of different beings guarding over rows of very old books that look seemingly chained to the polished woodwork shelves, as the lore master and head of the church escorts you to one of the side rooms.
Does everybody follow?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So she leads you into one of the almost like a private reading chamber. There's a large desk in the center with various chairs around it, a writing desk in the corner, a couple bookshelves that have a couple books in it, but mostly empty for you to kind of put back for the sages to move up. You know that the like a group of priests of a temple of Oghma are known as the Council of Sages.
Yes.
They're the librarians. And so, but as you come to this, she kind of closes the door after everybody's in, offers everyone to have a seat, and you know, pulls out a very small case, opens it, and produces a pair of small spectacles that she clips onto the end of her nose, and then brings a chain up and clips onto her ear.
That's awesome. Okay. Let me see if I can do this again.
You got this.
All right, I'm going to sort of focus and concentrate on how I was feeling in the room when we were fighting those entities, and sort of try to summon up that feeling, that need to protect and to lay these things, these offenses to everything down.
Okay. Would you can do so by spending a spell slot.
I do not have a spell slot, but I do have one more use of Divine Sense. Could I use that?
Divine Sense wouldn't technically work. Yes.
Okay.
Your smite could also, if you want to, burn a smite.
That's the spell slot.
It's a spell slot, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
cost that.
I'm sorry, Mistress. I'm afraid that we've had a very taxing day, and I can't seem to summon up the energy, the power that I seem to have tapped into.
She's a grower, not a shower.
What's that mean?
As you
You don't want to know.
All right. Close your eyes. Imagine Oghma standing over you. You are his charge. I can tell just by looking at you. You are a paladin. You're here to protect the knowledge. At that moment, that feeling you were feeling, release it. Open your eyes and show me the knowledge inside you. And as you open your eyes glow a golden aura. At the same time, a pair of golden wings sprout out from your back. Whoa. Oghma's word, you are literally actually a divine touch soul. An angel among mortals. A real Asimar. I've never seen one in real life before. I've only read about them. Valiant crusaders, often chosen ones of the gods themselves, or a specific deity. Some are so divinely touched they mirror the celestials with wings. Others lose their way and have their wings stripped to the bone. I've even read once where one cleansed a legion of undead through self-sacrifice as the sun itself burned its way through the body of the martyred Asimar and incinerated them in holy light. You are touched.
So what is it?
This room right now is bright.
Yep. As she is literally radiating light.
So what are you saying? That Seisha isn't human?
She is most certainly not human. She is touched by the gods themselves.
She's a deity?
No.
Oh.
She is much like tieflings are touched by the 9 hells. She is touched by the celestial heavens.
Is there a name?
Asamar.
Asamar.
Yes.
ASMR, okay. But not noise.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
That you,
Well, you wanted an explanation?
And then about 60 seconds go by and the wings disappear. And the room goes to the lit, candle-lit.
You were right.
When you were in that mindset,
Yeah.
you instantly went back to protecting the children.
Okay.
You went back to protecting Biblio.
Mhm.
You went back to protecting all of the books that you've cherished over this time, as you also think back to your three fathers that have got you to this point so far, and the story that they have woven, and the story that created you between your mother and father, and everything, all of those stories intermingled, protected.
And you can go ahead and change your racial subtype to Protector Asamar.
Wow.
That's awesome!
So that's kind of heavy news.
Yeah.
Good for
Wow.
you.
Well, we wanted answers, and now we seem to have some. And as the
Yeah.
priest said, I guess your story's just beginning.
Sure.
I can't wait to tell people about this.
Let's not.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's just a lot to take in.
I understand. I've been there myself in knowledge I found out.
You actually feel kind of drained right
Very,
now.
very tired.
What would happen if people were to find out about this? Is this something like, would she be hunted? Would she?
No, they exist. I don't. They're rare. Very rare. But they are around, much like tieflings are around. I can't say that there aren't those that hunt, because there are many things in this world that do many things. But it's not something that I think. Knowledge should never be kept to oneself. Knowledge should be shared.
Story should be told.
Stories should be told. Exactly.
Not every story.
Well, I'm not going to argue with priests in their own temple.
I hear it's bad form.
Yeah, I bet.
She just smiles.
Well, we have answers now.
Yeah.
I'm
Feel
sure
free
you'd love.
to research and spend as much time as you wish here. This is your home just as much as it is mine.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. If there is nothing else you need of me, I do have other matters I must get to, but feel free to seek out one of my council members. They will help you, depending on what you're searching for. They have their own specialties in their each domain. So depending on what you're searching for will differ who you speak to, but they are around. And they are easy to spot by their robes.
Thank you, mistress.
Savant.
Thank you, Savant.
You're welcome. And I will take my leave of you. Feel free to use this room as much as you like now, and I bid you all good day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Gonna have to
With that,
pick
she
up
turns and leaves.
Gonna have to pick up a copy of Asimar for Dummies.
As she turns, she unclips her glasses, takes it off, puts it back in the case, puts it in a pouch, pulls her hood up as she exits the...
Well, first off, thank you all for dragging my body here to make sure I'm not going to turn to the lowest form of thing. But secondly, we found out where that comes from.
Right? I had wings.
You
Wings.
Did, yes, you did.
And they're really pretty and cool.
And they're bright.
Yeah.
Bright.
Yeah.
Oh, in dark places, we can see with them, right? Is that how that works?
I don't know. That was really kind of tiring.
Oh, well,
It's very tiring. You guys
stressful dark places.
noticed that it only lasted for a short period of time. And also you feel kind of touched by Oghma in this temple, this
Right.
library. And that's why you feel like there was a little bit
I'm
more.
in like a node, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
The
so that's
kids.
where earlier it was just your eyes glowing in this kind of aura that it was presenting about you that didn't fully take form yet.
Okay.
Here it seemed kind of like you got a little extra bump, but that's also why you're so drained. You're very tired right now.
Yeah.
I think the kids are asleep back at the bar. We should head back to the bar and probably get some sleep ourselves.
That would be really good.
And
Well,
I'm gonna pick up a book while I'm here.
We've got to go deal with that thing for Mama
Ue.
Yeah, but we also need an investor.
And didn't she say we only have 2 days to do that?
Oh, did she?
is it my date tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Well, before I leave, can I grab a book on like history of Goliaths?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
I would also like to get a book. I'm looking for a book on raising crows.
Oh my god.
A 15?
15, yeah. You find a smattering of books that are fictional and both non-fictional on the history of Goliaths.
Okay, because I'm just going to say my parents didn't want to ever talk about it, and the only thing I've ever heard about Goliath is from my grandmother, so.
And you have access to all of the information that is provided on D&D Beyond.
Can I roll investigation as well?
What do you, for crows? Yes,
Yeah.
roll an investigation.
4.
4. You find a book that you're like, this is totally it. And it's called The Raven's Caw. And you read into it, and it has nothing to do with birds.
Oh, this is smut. This is all smut. I'm keeping it. I'm going to check it out.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, as you say, I'm keeping it. Someone, just a random person goes, you can't do that. You can read here. It's open 24 hours.
Oh, you read here.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't take it back.
Yeah.
Turn to the juicy bit. Then he puts. Okay.
Page 63.
I'm gonna go back to the group. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Around what time is it?
It's starting to get to like late afternoon, evening at this point.
Okay.
But still,
There's still plenty of daylight left.
still plenty of daylight left. Yeah.
Oh, Vaas, I meant to give this to you. I got you a gift. Thanks again for the candy. But anyways, here, it's in case you have trouble lighting fire in the future. All you have to do is just say, "I'm scared."
You say the words,
Oh, no.
I'm scared,
No!
as you're holding a torch, and it goes, and eyes all lock onto your group.
I'm probably still holding onto it.
Yeah.
We're both holding onto it like,
Well, we know it works now. Congrats.
how do I put it out?
Is there a bucket?
There's
perhaps
like a
somewhere
fountain
of
somewhere.
water?
Yeah.
No, I stop.
seen-
If he looks to move
I'm looking
toward
to the
those
fountain.
thoughts, I am going to prevent him.
They don't look like fountains, they look like little, almost bird bath pools.
I'm
I'm
dropping
scared.
in.
No,
I'm still holding it. I'm still holding
Okay,
it.
so am I fighting against 2 people to try to
You
drop this
see
torch in who
a
are
panic of
way
people
stronger than I
in
am.
these robes, all just kind of swarm
I-
around you.
Give me
No,
the
we're
torch.
deal-
I'm coming back and I'm like,
I said
can't
I'm
you
scared.
just put out?
I took the torch. I'm running out of the building with
Wait,
the
can't
torch.
you just put it out? Can't you put it out? Just put it out.
Well, it's normal torches. I don't know if I'll walk
Get
outside.
outside.
What is
throw
going
it down
on?
the street and stomp it out.
I was trying to do something nice.
Okay. Well,
You stomp it out fine.
I just casually, that guy who, I'm sure he came running, the guy who told me page 63, I'm like, I read the page. Just hand it back to him as all this is
It
happening.
was just a regular person. He didn't come.
Oh, he didn't? Okay, work here. No.
Yeah, he's not a clergy. He was
Okay, go
literally
on.
just
I was a
someone.
clergy guy.
No.
Just like page 63.
And then all the librarians like,
I'm just going to stay outside.
V,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
But I think, and I'm looking at the prying eyes, I think we've expended our time here. Perhaps we should leave.
Yeah. I just leave. I just leave. Oh God.
I will, like, Just hand the book to random clergy and leave. Like, somebody drop this. Just like head off.
Looks at the book, looks at you, and goes, "Sure," and gives you a wink.
Has everybody read this book?
Temple of Knowledge.
I just.
Finley, what are you doing?
Oh, I walked outside to try
Okay.
and put out the.
Got it.
Yeah, as
I'm
Seisha's
standing
stomping it,
behind
you.
her, just staring at her.
Okay. Eventually, she stomps the torch out.
We'll have to get your replacement at trinkets and trunkets.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll just get you.
that's where you guys
Yeah,
went.
yeah, we'll get you a replacement. It's So you're an ASMR!
That's
How exciting
cool.
is that, right? It's really cool. Tell her, V, how cool that is and how sorry you are.
It's so cool that
Vinley
you, yeah.
and Vaas, since I know you're one that would keep your eyes out, notice a bunch of eyes peer over, not like, oh my god, but just kind of like at the word ASMR. They just kind of like look over and continue walking.
Maybe we shouldn't shout that.
Act that bar. I agree.
Yeah,
it was
I love
quite
to act
a
at that
pour.
bar.
Yes.
I usually do.
Yes.
They have
where I
great
act.
acts
Acts at the bar.
at that bar.
I am terrible at this.
You both are.
Yeah.
So maybe the next time we go somewhere, you guys cannot make everyone think we're going to burn the building down?
It was an accident. I was trying to just give him a torch. I didn't know it was gonna light.
You heard her, she was scared. Harry's trying not to laugh too.
Can we go home now?
Yes.
Yes. I'll
Yes.
I'll
yes,
pay our
we
carriage
can.
ride home. It was a nice gesture. Although,
It wasn't even that.
As you
yeah.
stand to flag down a carriage, Finley once again look over and see that tower
Wow.
towering just a few blocks over. As you wait to flag down a carriage.
That was powerful.
Then like,
That place is why I came here, and I think I'm gonna stay behind for a little bit and do some thinking and go check out Blackstaff.
Okay.
I just want to point out the last time somebody stuck around to do some thinking. Well, it didn't work out.
Look at the differences between us two.
Yeah.
I don't get close to danger, and I'm gonna start walking away.
let her go.
Fair. Fair point.
Okay.
Wait. I was gonna ask her to do my hair.
I'll do your hair.
You're old.
I will try to do your hair.
I'll do your hair.
Did I
Okay.
hear her say that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'll say I won't be that long, like kind of loudly enough
She's
over
got
my
her
shoulder.
date though.
No, she said she won't be that long. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. I'll do my own hair if I have to.
She's gonna turn around, take one last long look.
It is beautiful.
We'll come back.
And next time we won't try to burn it down.
Next time, no torches,
Yeah. A strict no torch rule.
no fire,
No fire rule. as
and
well.
no being scared.
I will still be scared.
As you guys make your way back to the manor, the carriage pulls up, head on.
Oh, before you would have left, I would have given you at least a silver for you to pay the carriage ride back.
Thank you.
Climb in and just kind of curl up against the wall. And
It's 4 copper on the ride back from the castle ward,
Okay.
Yeah,
all the way
it
to the
seems
north ward.
that although the castle ward it's typically your everyman's ward, kind of like how the trades ward is. The carriages here aren't as nice. They're definitely great, but the north ward carriage that you took was slightly upper scale.
okay.
And so this one cost only a few copper, where the other one would cost a silver.
Alright, so, Vinley, make your way towards Blackstaff Tower, a squat black blot in the otherwise charming castle ward. You find it easiest to cut through the market square that bustles with the sales of simple goods and contacts for guild work. On either side of the market rest 2 of the great fabled statues of Waterdeep. To the north, is the world-famous God-Catcher, whose sunken body pulls itself from the depths of Toril as it reaches up in a spire towards a floating cement orb. To the south is the Drunkard, a large man caught in respite who now cradles a tavern built into his lap with the same namesake.
These are the giant statues.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. A final statue rests at the top of a plateau above the tower of a beautiful woman sprawled out on the ground as she watches over the city known as the Lady Dreaming. As you approach the humble design, you get the unnerving feeling you're being watched, as if 1,000 eyes are upon you, almost as if the tower itself has turned an unseen watchful eye upon you. The tower, made of black, smooth stone, has no windows, no doors. It sits 3 stories tall and is on Sword Street, just a couple ways down from where you were at the library. A 20-foot wall surrounds the tower with a large main ironwork gate depicting wands and staves interwoven with vines facing the northeast.
And you said no doors.
No doors to the center thing. There's the gate outside, or the
wall and
outside,
the gate.
and the gate that is the iron wands and
Yeah,
staves. That's
Is
that is currently open
Oh, okay.
and manned by 2 people on the outside.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I've come a very long way. I'm sure you hear this a lot.
We do. Just go on.
Okay, thank you. How do I, just walk up?
You'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
The main gates that stay open during the day reveal a simple cobbled courtyard with a circular path leading all the way around the tower as a few young apprentices stand near the walls discussing their current classwork. To the side, you see the beginnings of a small garden path that disappears around the back of the fortress, where you see a dark-skinned woman in soft leathers crouched and tending to the bushes. The view of the tower from the entryway is intense and intimidating, as the black stone seems to suck away the light, making the masonry stacked tower seem a smooth, matted, deep black of endless void. It looks to be a single, seamless structure. Once again, no windows, no doors.
Interesting. Can I walk up and just put my hand on it for a second?
Sure.
Put your hand on it. Nothing happens.
It's cold to the touch. Stone. Very smooth. There's no roughness to it at all. It is almost like glass.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Can I not per se cast something, but can I channel a bit of magic and see if it opens to a magic user?
You can try.
Okay, then cast like mage armor
Okay. You cast mage armor.
while touching the wall.
Nothing happens.
Oh well, I'm protected.
If that wall tries to punch you, you're good.
I'll go over to the dark-skinned woman.
Okay.
She looks like she knows what to do.
As you walk towards the woman in the garden, you are cut off by another younger woman of olive skin and deep purple hair who gently places her hand upon your shoulder.
Hi. Must be new here.
Oh no!
You have to understand, it's not wise to disturb Master Safar when she's tending to the garden. I'm Elena Silvermoon, Abjur's apprentice. It is wonderful to meet you.
Does she have pointy ears?
She does not.
Interesting.
She holds her hand out openly, waiting for you to respond.
She's wearing. You said she said apprentice to.
She's an Abjur's.
Apprentice.
Okay. Then I will take her hand.
Name?
Oh, Vinley. Vinley Galanodo.
It's a pleasure to meet you. What brings you to the enchanting Blackstaff Tower?
Well, magic is my passion. It's the only reason I exist. And I've
Mine as
heard
well.
this place accepts almost everything.
Whoever told you that is telling you a little bit of more lies. We do take just about anyone if they can prove themselves. We don't take, there's many other places that would just take anyone, but to be part of the Blackstaff Tower, you have to be truly innately gifted.
Not what I meant. I mean, yeah, I can prove myself.
Okay. So, to gain entry to the tower, you must be granted access by the Blackstaff herself. So, typically by enrolling into the Academy Apprenticeship, by being chosen, improving yourself to have true magical prowess. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes.
Then if you'd like to meet the Blackstaff, I can see if she's willing and able to take an unscheduled appointment at this time.
Could I just schedule an appointment?
It's fine.
Okay.
You're already here.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Sure.
come from? How,
I'm from Neverwinter.
make a deception roll.
With advantage
It's-
because
Yeah, with advantage, because it's
It's a half-truth.
yeah. Oh yeah, I have a 9.
9.
Yeah, I rolled a 10 with advantage.
Nice.
Jeez.
I'm not very charismatic.
No.
Nope.
She says that, kind of hears the half-truth, doesn't think you're flat out lying, because just nods.
The young woman in simple flowing robes with no adornments or embellishments, save for a small silver necklace of a scale that hangs around her neck, leads you to the wall of the tower facing the iron gate where you had just come from. As she places her hand upon it, the wall, a bright gold light radiates in the form of a once invisible rune atop her hand. The golden magical energy courses onto the void of the stone before you as it traces out the harsh geometrical lines, continuously breaking off from each other like a jagged bolt of lightning before ending at the edges of a double door that were previously not there. She pushes them open into a low-lit room provided by the floating globules of blue energy dancing aimlessly throughout. It is mostly barren beyond a large wooden desk where an elven man writes tirelessly into some tome, and two large stone statues to the south. They both seem to be depictions of some great wizards immortalized in the stone. You notice two secret doorways behind the two statues. The man behind the desk looks up and exchanges looks with Alina before holding two wands in your direction. The first is a gray ashen branch that twists up from his grip before forking at the end where two small clear crystalline jewels flashes with a silvery white light with no seeming effect. The second one that instills obedience as you see a rigid chain extending from his hand that looks like a small carved onyx head being gagged by the final link as it looks in your direction.
He greets you in a calm, confident voice.
Hello, and welcome to Blackstaff Tower, the most prestigious school of wizardry in all the splendors. What can I do for you?
I have come to prove myself and gain access as an apprentice.
Understood. If you don't mind waiting in the north room, Alina, escort them to the dining hall.
You watch as Alina nods and beckons you forth to a black bricked solid wall and seamlessly walks through without effort as if the wall was not even there.
And I go.
What is your thought process in this?
Okay, probably really magical shit that's going on. I don't know how they did this wall trick, but I'm scared.
Do you think it's a real wall?
No, because I just watched someone walk through it,
Okay.
and I have an understanding of magic.
Yep. As you walk through, your body phases through this wall that was there. A young purple-haired woman waits for you on the other side, smiling. I remember my first time seeing the impossible. I just love magic!
I do too.
What is it that seated your interests in learning?
I have always been drawn to anything magical. My bloodline is magical, and I
couldn't do what most people could do where I'm from, so I found my own way of doing something.
Is there a specific... You'll talk to the black staff. I can't assign you a school, so follow me.
The room you're in is a grand banquet hall with a few private rooms lining the outside walls. Floating, ever-burning candles hover aloft near the ceiling above the few students currently enjoying their meals between studies. Alina sits you down at a long, pristine wooden bench etched with numerous... Bench. That's what I said, bench. Totally what I said. Totally said bench.
It really is magical.
It is etched with numerous runes. If you would like, you can make an Arcana
I
check.
would like to know what the bench is enchanted with. 21.
You get it.
It is an improved create food and water permanency spell.
That's
Yo.
amazing. It's amazing.
Is there anything you'd like to eat or drink?
Yeah, actually, I've had a very rough day, Silvermoon.
What would you like?
Wine.
Can't do that.
Fuck.
It's not
Just
allowed.
Understandable, it's a place of learning. Just some meat and bread and water.
Preference?
I will describe a meat that I'm from, like that meat.
Okay. She places her hands on the table, speaks the words of create food and water, and her hand glows again with the same symbol as exactly what you described pops up in front of you. Tastes great.
Holy shit. This place is amazing.
It really is. He should be... I always blank on his name. Taylin. You can just call him just call him Taylin. Yeah, elves typically like to be introduced formally, correct?
Yeah.
Taylin. He should hopefully be getting the black staff to come meet you. So,
he was the one we met out there.
Yeah. After about 10 minutes rolls by and you see Alina's eyes close before uttering something not seemingly directed at you.
Understood. I'll have them ready right away. She opens her eyes and stands before you. If you would please follow me.
You okay? What was that?
Sending.
Okay. I know exactly what that is. Let's go.
Okay.
She escorts you into a small, low-lit private eating room. You notice the ambient noise of students eating, chatting, and practicing cantrips is vacant here. A private sanctum for someone to collect their thoughts or eat and study in privacy. As you sit down at another finely crafted wooden table with runes etched into it, Alina leaves you to your own devices.
While we were sitting there, could I have used my short rest thing to regain a spell slot?
That takes a full short rest, and so far it has only been 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So, you're now in it's still the same room as the grand dining hall, but again, against the wall, there is little private rooms, and you walk through the wall once again, and now there's only a 10 by 10 at most, but a 5 by 5 room where you're sitting at another table, and it again etched with all of the runes and stuff like that.
To create food and water?
Yep.
Okay. I wait for a while.
Okay. Another 10 minutes passes before someone enters. And at the opposite end of the table is an old dwarven gentleman with a handsome and rugged look despite his older age. He wears a simple, muted earth tone robe and carries a simple cane with him to help him as he hobbles in his steps. The ring of his salt and peppered hair crowns his age-spotted balding head before falling into a long beard below his very round nose. At first, he doesn't say anything as he adjusts his glasses and thumbs through his own tome.
She's adorable.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. What are you studying at a Blackstaff Tower?
Well, I haven't studied anything yet. I'm proving myself to you. I would like to study as much as possible.
Oh, right.
I'll make the note that Alina definitely said her
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah, that's why I sound so like.
Just wanted to make sure you remembered that.
Yeah. I haven't met many dwarves.
Yeah.
This could be a woman.
Right. And you're meeting me?
I'm supposed to be meeting the Blackstaff.
Oh. Right. The Blackstaff, you say? Which one?
The testing one.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Anyways, that one, she knows nothing. Why would you want to? No. There's a reason most great wizards are old. It takes a long time to study these magical incantations. You're not born into it or cheating by some foolly deal with a devil. No, these come from mortals with the weave of magics of Mystra herself, causing them the coalescence through the pure determination and discipline alone. That one there, she only in her late 30s. What, that about it now? Pfft, nothing. Anyways, what makes you think you're good enough to be counted among the masses of the Blackstaff Tower? There are plenty of other schools in the City of Splendors, and...
While he's looking down, like if he ever looks down to check his book or whatever, I will slightly like pull my Mystra holy symbol out of my shirt.
Okay.
Dressed.
I also will know.
Oh shit, where'd you come from?
I am determined, drived, and I've already proven myself on multiple battlefields and not battlefields, frankly.
All right. First test. What's my name?
You said he's holding a book.
Mm-hmm.
May I?
Why?
You'll see.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Joyous day. 10.
Nope.
And is he holding it?
Just one hand.
Can I use prestidigitation to flip? Use a gust of wind to flip to the front and see if there's a name written in the front of his book? All right.
Yeah, correct.
There's nothing.
Well. Fuck me. I don't know, frankly.
Well, until we meet again, it's been a pleasure. Lothsendar ith damen sodarn. And with that, you are teleported away.
The room instantly radiates with a bright light, with the intensity of almost staring into the sun, from the contrast of the darkness that consumed you only moments ago, as you find yourself standing in the city street of Troll Skull Alley.
Ooh. Convenient.
Well. Awesome. Does it look like anyone's home?
They would have made it home by now, unless you guys went somewhere else.
No.
No.
Yep.
We had to go get her ready.
Yeah.
And my her did.
I'm actually probably sitting on the porch playing music.
You see Harold.
Hello.
You actually saw this.
Flash of, yep, and then
Bam.
So do you just take the carriages out of like trying to look normal, or
No, I got rejected, and I walk over to Fala's place.
Okay. You enter and the door is actually open right now. Not open,
Yeah,
but
but I'll open it and close it. Is Are they standing behind the counter?
Yes. Sorting through a couple of things.
I'll close it. Not gently, but not slamming.
Okay, forceful close.
Yeah, just like. Where are you from, Vala?
Is there something troubling you?
Please, Vala, answer my question.
I'm from the home of the elves.
Are they talking about where I'm from? Would I know that that place is called that?
It is you are from a small island
In that grouping.
off of, but it could be many places, the home of the elves.
Have you ever heard of an island called Nessaquah?
I have, but I haven't had the pleasure of going.
It's beautiful.
Is that
You
where
should-
you're from?
It was,
I'm from Evermeet.
of course. Got my places mixed up. Where did you learn what you did back there?
Nature. Has gifted me with a few things.
I apologize for slamming your door, Vala.
Is there something troubling you?
You really remind me of my family. And I will turn and I'll walk away quickly.
You see, as you go to walk, they reach out, close their hand, kind of look down, but don't stop you.
I'll keep going. And I'll walk up, walk down the alley, around and up, hopefully gaining my composure before I find Via Miliana.
Yeah, you notice that Harold's not playing anymore when you walk back by. He's just watching.
You saw the door slam,
Yeah.
and then moments later open.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of walk and try to keep pace. Once you get to the stairs, I'll be like, hey, 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 hey. Whoa, okay. No jokes, no stupid shit. Are you all right?
I will be fine. I will always be fine.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what happened or where you went. I wasn't paying a lot of attention at the time. I just trying to let you keep your privacy to yourself.
I
But
appreciate that.
don't ever take rejection as the end of the road. I get rejected from pretty much every woman, place, friend. I get rejected a lot, and the reason I make it is because I don't stop.
It wasn't rejection that did this to me. I wish I had been rejected, honestly. Harold.
I can't do that.
I know, I'm just speaking and letting words come out into the air. We have to get Miliana ready for her date or whatever.
I'm not gonna pry. Clearly there's a lot going on, and when you're ready to talk about it, hey, I'm here. Until then, do you want a hug? I won't tell anybody.
Okay. I'll hug you.
He'll hug her real tight and just kind of like, just a very like reassuring hug, and then he'll like, oh, you're trying to steal my accordion? Is that what's happening? And he'll playfully like, I'm on to you.
Best friends.
I'll turn and walk up the stairs.
I'll follow you.
A very sleepy Seisha is doing these here.
One thing I would have done.
Okay.
I want to go down to where we threw that rat creature's body.
Got it.
And I want to inspect it and its hold. Does it have any kind of markings or anything on it?
No, it is literally like
In rags.
It's got the marking from the cane.
Yeah.
Well, I know how I got that.
like a homeless person, maybe.
No markings, no tattoos, nothing like that. I inspect the dwelling then. I want to see how it got in here.
There's
Oh,
no
you
opening.
remember
You
how.
remember.
Remember that's like, but I want to see if like anything else can get through this area.
Got it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I know how it got down there. It didn't come in through there, but I want to make sure that this place is sealed off. And also, if there's anything I don't know being hidden down here, that would be nice to find.
Again, the tap room. There's a dozen broken casks and barrels in the first room. The walls are thick with cobwebs and stuff like that. There's some brewing supplies in the far corner.
I vaguely think about a past image, but then push it out of my
And
head.
as you move into the other one, it's actually it's kind of decrepit and needs repair, but there are wine rack slots for various bottles of for wine, and there is a pungent sour smell that fills this stuffy room. You notice oil lamps hang down in the center of the dome ceiling, and large wine barrels line the south and north sides, many of them broken, long leaked out, and the puddle of sludgy, dark wine has formed in the center of the room.
Nothing of interest?
I mean,
And nothing that... This can't be used as an entrance or exit.
you don't see any entrances or exits in here at all.
Excellent.
You check every flagstone. You're super
Any
thorough.
wine left?
That's a great question.
High or low?
Oh, I love this.
I'm gonna go high, because I'm feeling low.
Okay. As you search over the wine casks, you find one that you think is filled, and you pour some out, and it's thick, viscous, rancid. It's more of a vinaigrette.
Now.
Yikes.
Vinaigrette.
I stop pouring it out on the floor, because I'm gonna have to clean this at some point in time anyway. Smell it for a second. How strong is it?
Sour smelling.
Sour.
Are you talking about like alcohol?
No,
Content,
I'm talking about...
Molotov cocktail.
Yes, no.
I don't know. Can you Molotov cocktail with dressing?
It's
If the
vinaigrette.
dressing is magic.
Will
All right, I put the bottle back, recork it, and...
All right.
So it's actually
that was
vinaigrette.
from a barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
No bottles or anything.
Yeah, the bottle, the
All
wine
right.
rack bottle, seemed to be cleared out.
I'm-
Someone probably taken it all.
I'm good then.
Okay. And as you head up, you
No,
realize
Seisha,
Seisha is not. Yep.
You're nodding. The hair.
What? I'm what?
Go to sleep.
Okay.
Wow, like shoelaces back here. Wow. How did you even do all of that?
Okay. Crawl to your room. Pass out.
Gonna hurt before it
Snuggle
gets better.
Biblio and go to
You
sleep.
guys spend the next hour or two making V look immaculate and ready for her date.
Pumping her up with like, here's what we're gonna
You
do.
all sit in the den together.
And you hear a at the door. And that's where we're going to end the session.
And we'll pick up next week with V's date. Yeah. Thank you all so much for.
One thing I do want to say, this Katie got all of us these delightful pins.
Yes, amazing pins from.
yeah.
Awesome. You may not be able to see, but they're each customized.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's the Secret Cat Shop.
Yep, the Secret Cat Shop on
Yes.
Etsy. Amazing. Thank you all so much. The pins are beautiful.
Thank you,
They're
they're
awesome.
incredible.
Super
Thank
sweet.
you.
They're
She's
amazing.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for sticking with us. And remember to resubscribe if you're using the
Twitch Prime?
Twitch Prime.
Yep.
And as always, be excellent to each other.
May you always roll with advantage.
Good
Good night.
That's been.
So guys, that was a neat session.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.